love it, shit, you know I'm crazy. So go ahead and drink up. I'm so glad we got to link up. Get to taking that off me. Yeah. I got the plug, I made the coffee. Talking late night for you. Love it, shit, you know I'm crazy. So go ahead and drink up. I'm so glad we got to link up. Get to taking that off me. Yeah. I got the plug, I made the coffee. Talking late night for you.
Hey y'all, what's up everybody? What's up? I'm back, y'all, I'm back. Hey, do me a favor and please like. Hit that like button. What's up? Welcome. Come on in. Welcome to the Moo Room. I am your girl, sister girl. And welcome. Come on in. Take your shoes off. Grab you a drink, a cocktail, a smoke, whatever you gonna need to get us through this stream, baby. Cause honey, we gonna talk about a few things. I'm fresh off the vacation, y'all. I'm renewed in mind, body, and spirit. You hear me? Welcome. Come on in. Take your shoes off. Hey, Sonic. Baby, I'm off. I'm home. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling renewed. I done been able to just get some just I feel good, y'all. I feel good. Welcome. Come on in. We is gonna talk about it. It is Talk About It Tuesday with your girl, sister girl. Yes, boo, I know you here. I had to tune in from you. I had to tune in to you, girl, while I was on the cruise. I said, let me tune in, I got to tune in a little bit to y'all, but I was trying to, get some stuff done and get rejuvenated and renewed in spirit and being able to just sit out on the ocean and just think of all the goodness that the Most High has brought to us and still bringing to each and every one of us. And, it just felt good, y'all. So welcome. Come on in. You next door. I know you next door. You know what? I'm going to be headed down where you at in probably a week or two. You know what I'm saying? We lost a loved one. In our family down in Alexandria. So we'll be, I have to take my grandma, she's going to come here to DFW, and then I'm going to drive her down to LA. So yeah, I'll be down in the, down there where you at, baby, in the thing. Yes, she was 89, but it's all good. Y'all. She lived a long time. She did some of the things she wanted to do, but not all the things she wanted to do. That makes you think, each moment. You got to take each moment and live life and just being, guys, I was nervous about being out on that water. I'm a flyer, but being out on that water is just a newfound just peace. It's just a newfound peace. You know what I'm saying? So we good. So y'all, child, let's look at it. It's Talk About It Tuesday. Let's talk about it. Let's talk the difference between the baby boomer generation, the Gen X generation, and what is it, Gen Z, the millennials. We got so many different generations going on right now, just in trying to get on one accord. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like me I'm 74 model. I'm a 74 model, baby. A 74 model, okay? And so, being a 74 model, I feel like I'm like stuck in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like our families were just coming, learning how to, I can't even say they were learning how because, my family, we had a lot of migration in our family. I was born in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And yes, there's black people there because all I knew is blackness. You know what I'm saying? So I went to a predominantly black school. I mean, I guess we was like fresh off of integration. I don't know, but I mean, we still was like I learned how to be black and how to be not black. I can't say that. I'm gonna say I learned how to accept who I was, and growing up in, I guess you would call it an urban area. You know what I'm saying? What they would call an urban area now, but to me, or a hood or whatever. But to me, it was where you was from. I was from, North Minneapolis, born and raised. You know what I'm saying? And but my roots was from Louisiana and Alabama and Mississippi, and you know what I'm saying. So I spent my summers and in the South, but you know what I'm saying. I was a Northern girl, but so I'm rooted deep in the South because that's where my roots are. You know what I'm saying, and that's where I learned, in my foundation of who I am came from, was learning from the elders in the South. And for me, by me being my grandmother's only granddaughter for 17 years, and then I was kind of like the only girl within my like that little circle. Like even my boy cousins, you know what I'm saying, to them I was sister. You know what I'm saying? So growing up as sister, you know what I'm saying, you learn a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned a lot about just how family operate in the core of family, and understanding the dynamics of family, and being able to see strong women of color, you know what I'm saying, like strong black women, just as my grandfather, my great grandfather, my papa would say, natives of the land. You know what I'm saying? Because when you ask him, he's like, well, my daddy wasn't from Africa. Like, I don't, that's not, we were natives of the land. Like we're from Chattahoola Parish, Louisiana. That's where we're from. Like generational, you know what I'm saying? So if and you can, people say that if you look it up on Wikipedia or anything, well, we don't really use Wikipedia, but if you look it up, let me look it up for you. Where I'm from, where my roots are from. Because, and the reason I'm doing this, gatewaying into this, is because we got to think generationally, and because it's different everywhere. It's different everywhere that you go, and everybody that you encounter. Things are, that people look at things differently. You know what I'm saying? So I believe your roots have a lot to do with how you see life. You know what I'm saying? Which explains a lot of what we're seeing with people in the entertainment business. You know what I'm saying? So let's look at the history of this. So they were saying, you know, we know Wikipedia is not good, but even if we just, let's say we gonna roll with it, okay? They're saying it wasn't founded into 1808, okay? But I traced my family all the way back there before, before 1808. I think the last, it was like 1787. So, we got to think that this is, like Louisiana 28, like Highway 28, like all these things are just what, and I'm saying this to say, if we just look back at, like at the population in 1820, from which, even in my great grandfather was born in 1901. So even if you look back here in the 1900s, there was not too many people. And you got to think, his parents were born there, his parents were born there. So, and I'm saying that to say, when I would ask him, what are we, or where we're from, I would get from him that we are natives of the land, So, hold on, yeah. So that's what I go, that's why I go and say that we're natives, I'm a native of the land, you know what I'm saying? So that's a little bit, about how I roll. When I say I do, when it's come to my family and my genealogy, and I don't mind sharing it with y'all, because you never know, you know what I'm saying, how you can help somebody. But so I learned how to be how to dress modestly, how not to, people's like, it shouldn't matter how you dress, it's your body, this and this and this. But modesty also, it will give someone it gives you a level of respect, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest, you know what I'm saying, I get more compliments dressed modest than I would have, dress, letting it all hang out, you know what I'm saying? So it's to each his own, and it's to what type of hold on, yeah, I'm trying to find something for you. To what type of how you sorry y'all how you want to perceive yourself. Okay, so that's all, and basically how you want to perceive yourself. So, and I'm saying that to say, we have to understand, as the generation that, like I said, as a 74 model, I have an obligation, especially to these young people, because like we tell people, don't believe everything that you see on the internet. Don't believe everything you read on Google. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't believe like everything that, somebody had to put that into Google, and it depending on their interpretation when they were, God, let me see if I can get, I don't know if am I lagging? Can y'all, I don't know if it's the camera. Hold on, y'all. I might have to go off camera. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay. Oh, thank you for the prayers, boo. You said I'm a strike with Greyhound. No more chorus. Girl. Okay. I'm stuck in the middle. 81. Yeah, you're at that, like 81. At 81, I was 7 years old. And like, I don't really remember like at 7, like it being like super bad. Like, I just remember like fun times. I remember going, like to like the Prince concerts, and like we used to have like the stage, and we would have like people would come on stage and they would dance, and like the old bands and stuff, like Battle of the Bands and stuff like that. I remember like fun times, like it was just different. Culture was different then, because you got to remember in 81, like it was still coming out of that black power movement. Like everybody was still like trying to figure it out, trying to get it back. You know what I'm saying? Like understanding that integration was meant to hurt us, not help us. I said it. I said it. It was to hurt us, not help us. Integration was never to help us. It was to hurt us. It was to put us back in bondage. Because then, it's different when we have classism among us, but then when you have classism among other people too, like that's a whole different ball game. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this off because my camera's not acting right. So when you have integration among other things too, that's a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like integration, this is just me, this is the opinion of Sister Girl and Sister Girl. It's just my opinion and my humble opinion. I say that integration was not to help us, it was to harm us. And I said what I said, and I'm not taking it back. That's my thoughts. I was taught how to play the game I was taught how to play the game with clear people. Me too. Like, when I was tell people, like when I first went to when it was time for me to go to high school, I went to high school in 88. Was my freshman year of high school, 87, 88. And when I went to high school, I was like, we were like one of the biggest, like, black class, black people in the class. Like our class had the most like black people to come into that school, and we were bused from our neighborhood in North Minneapolis over to Northeast Minneapolis to a white Jewish neighborhood to go to school. But because we grew up in a community where we were so close knit, like everybody knew everybody, like we were taught it was one for all and all for one. We were taught this, like we knew that we were getting bussed over here. Okay, so I think I want to say we started like we started getting bussed over there probably starting when you were in like the 4th grade. So we started going over there to that community because we were such a large community. They were claiming that our schools were overfilled, but what they were doing was they were bringing other people in, white students into our schools, and then busing us into they were integrating us. You know what I'm saying? And because we wasn't doing it willingly in our community, they started kind of like zoning us. That's when they started the zoning and the different schools in the urban areas and stuff. And that zoning was only to so that the schools can get money, because they had to disperse you had to have so many people of color. You know what I'm saying? And where I grew up in Minnesota, you had the Asians, you had us, you know what I'm saying? And y'all, the Asians was some thieves back then, baby. They used to steal our clothes off the line. All this. That's why I don't. Anyway, that's it. Okay, never mind, y'all. I just had a flashback, y'all. I just had a flashback. But anyways, so it was just a little different. You know what I'm saying? It was just a little different. You was taught that, like our parents taught us how to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? And we wasn't worried about it because look, we had the mamas that, hold up, you wasn't treating their babies no any kind of way. They showing up to the school. My mama, she don't let me be like, can I call my mama? No, you can't. Oh, I can't. Okay. I bet you I can send up a smoke signal. I bet you somehow somebody gonna let me call her. Cause if look, I'm going to the principal office. My mama said I'm supposed to call her. So, we had my mom, and y'all, my mom was young, but she was the bomb. You know what I'm saying? My mom was married. She had 4 children by the time she was 21. Okay. She married at 17, you know what I'm saying? So she just didn't, but to me, look, and that's when people be like, oh, people young, that's what, no, 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 baby. Mine, to this day, I don't play. I don't play with mine because even though she was 16 years older than me, you know what I'm saying? She still was my mom. Like at 14, I didn't realize my mom was 30. At 14, like that didn't, like, because at 14, even though she was 30, she was still my mother. And it was a level of respect. She raised me, she clothed me, she fed, you know what I'm saying? She fed me, she kept me safe, she kept me comfortable. She, taught me, she engaged, she loved me. Do you understand? Like, where are we missing it? Where are those mothers at now? Where are those mothers at my generation? Yes, we went through the crack era. Yes, we did. Yes, 60 to 70% of our parents, were strung out. Yes, it affected the communities after communities after communities after communities. But where, okay? But even in that incident, even when that was happening, even when we were going through that as a people, even when that was meant to destroy us, okay? There were still places and people that engaged us. Where are the community centers now? Where are the community centers? We go in the community center. The only thing in the community center is a workout gym. They're open gym for 2 hours a day. But where are the community centers? Where is the home ec that's in schools that teaches us how to cook, how to sew, how to family plan, how to do all the things that we need to do to, you know what I'm saying? Are we, like, we're getting so brainwashed with the internet and everything that's going on that we're just forgetting the simple stuff of survival. And that's what it's meant to do. We meant to do these women right here, y'all. This is starting to be what people see. What people see as, this is what's working. This is what work. This is what working. We got 3 mothers and grandmothers up here. 3 mother and grandmothers up here. And y'all, it ain't nothing personal with Robin, but she just represents the Real Housewives of Potomac. So I just choose Robin. Because personally, I feel like they be in Robin business. Low key. I feel like they be in Robin's business too much, low key. And what does it matter? That's between her and Juan. That's they if she's okay with her husband stepping out and he gonna continue to do it or whatever. Why are that? I mean, I feel like everybody else got their own issues while they worried about what Robin and Juan got going on. I'm just saying. And allegedly, word on the curb, I didn't say it, but I heard it because my ear was to the streets that Candace, her husband ain't that so I mean, and we already know what's going on with Ashley and Giselle, girl. They say I don't know. The word on the curb. That's what I heard. Allegedly, she's supposed to have bought her man for the show. So I'm just saying, y'all all worried about the wrong thing. But you know, that's the only reason why Robin up there. Because I feel like Robin, you know, she's you know, represents just a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? And but this right here is what's consuming us, what's consuming the internet, what's consuming Black women. Like, if you really look up here, if you want to be honest, the only one that people would say, okay, I think I could identify with, or I would identify with, or maybe I could think about identify with is Keke Palmer. But you know, she's getting a bad rep in the news today too. But excuse me, y'all. We'll talk about it. We will definitely talk about it. But let me get through some more of these comments real quick, and then we'll talk about it. You said your mom was called Big Sister. Now, that's what they call me. That's what my cousins down there in Louisiana call me. They call me Big Sister because I am older than them. But you know, and that's just how we grew. You know, that's how we grew up. That is how we grew up. Hey, boo. Oh. Well, we saying a prayer for mom. We hope mom feel better. You know what I'm saying? We speak healing and health and wealth and energy, positive energy into her spirit. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody saying hey. Okay, Natchez, Mississippi. Oh, okay. Or the Natchez tribe. That's why I want to know, Unicorn. I don't know. I dress sexy but classy. Nothing hangs out. Exactly. Like there's nothing wrong with that. You can still be sexy without being. Okay, I feel like it's a difference from being sexy and sensual too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, I like a good long flowing skirt. I like a good maxi dress, a good maxi skirt. I like a good, you know, I'm a skirt girl. Like, I prefer skirts versus pants and stuff like that. I just like to be free, child. You know what I'm saying? If I got a good caftan or a muumuu that I can wear outside, I just like to be free. I just like, you know, like I just feel like I'm just more comfortable like that. That's, and you know, I mean, people can say it was because I was raised Muslim. I don't know if that's it, but I just feel more comfortable because even before like I even knew about religion and all that, you know what I'm saying? I was a girl, so I wore dresses, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm a 74 model, so we wore a lot of dresses and skirts back then, you know what I'm saying? And we just learned, you know, you can't be no hot tail girl now. You ain't want to be no hot tail girl. Yes, it's a real tribe. Go look it up. Why would I make? Oh, Neff, ain't nobody. You know, Neff be going off on us, y'all. We have a soul bowl. Yes, we used to have. My man, I'm just my mom wasn't like she just didn't play that. Like, we didn't, you know, like I grew up, I didn't know what it like, I didn't understand the whole white Jesus. I didn't understand, like, because my mama never had a white Jesus on the wall. We never had Kennedy on the wall. we never had like my mom, like, I don't know, maybe by the time she had me and my brother, she was into her whole militant, you know what I'm saying? She's a 58 model. So she, by the time she had me and my brother, maybe she was in her whole militant, whatever, but I don't know. Like, we never experienced that. And like, even the Last Supper, everybody old school got the Last Supper. Like, even our Last Supper was all black. Like, we just didn't experience that. Like, so when I would go to people's house and I would see it, it would tickle me. I'd be like, who is that? And like, that's Jesus. And I'd be like, well, his skin, they say in the Bible, like, his skins was of bronze. That ain't the color of bronze. You know what I'm saying? And his hair is like wool. That don't look like woolly hair to me. You know what I'm saying? So to me, like, it was, I just grew up different. I don't know. I guess I don't know. Be all up in our business. We can't have nothing for ourselves. Nothing can we have for ourselves. My grandma taught me to be humble around them, not to attract attention. Yeah, I was just always told to be a lady. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's it. And that's all. He said that's gangsta. I mean, my mom came to school with the hammer. My mama didn't play. I remember one time they had said they was gonna. I had got caught up with my homeboys. You know how you grow up in the neighborhood, and like I said, I was big sister, so I grew up in the neighborhood with, some of my homeboys, and one of them now, may he rest in peace. They had bought a BB gun or something to school, and they say, "Neek, can you put this in your locker for me?" And I threw it in my locker, but I guess they must have knew they had it. So then they tell them, well, we put it in her locker. So they told them that they was gonna suspend me from school. So my mama said, "Oh no, you won't. No, you won't." But do y'all remember back then? I don't know how it was from where y'all from, but we used to have a behavior room where you would go in and you would spend, like, it would be like in school jail, like you would spend like detention, in school detention. But instead of them sending us home, they would send us to in school detention, depending on, the only time you really go home is if you was like almost near expulsion. And so we used to go there in the fourth grade. Oh, my Google talking. Um, in the fourth grade, and I don't know how many, I mean, anybody from Minneapolis that'll see this, but we used to have this man there named Mr. McKenzie. And he used to take us out, and he used to have this thing called picking cotton. And I remember asking him, like, why do you got us doing something called picking cotton? Like, you a black man. Like, why you got us doing something called picking cotton? Like, that is like, to me, I was feeling like, dang, like, you couldn't call it nothing else. Why I gotta be called picking cotton? Like, and and then of course he sat down and he would explain stuff to us, but I never forget, like, and man, when I say he'll have us standing there and we'll have our thing and we'll have to be doing this, how, and he'll be like, this is how your ancestors, and he would tell us, like, this is how hard some of your ancestors had to work, you know what I'm saying? And they had to do this so you can go to school and get an education. And you in here acting a fool. And he would just have us standing there for hours, just doing it. And I was like, I'm telling you, once you went there, you ain't want to go back. Like, you be like, okay, I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do because I ain't going back in there. And but I did appreciate it though. He was a black man, because I don't think if he would have been a white man, it would have went over that well with our parents and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because we was, kids from the hood, and they had took us over here to this Jewish white school over in across the bridge. You know what I'm saying? So, but that is that. Hit the like button as you come in. Hey, Yasmin. Thank you, boo. Hey, Jay said it. Hey, boo. Welcome. Welcome to the Moo Moo Room. Take your shoes off. Get you a drink. Get you a smoke. Whatever. However you do it. However you live. Live it. Live it. Live it. You live one life. I am so rejuvenated, y'all. I just feel so just rejuvenated, y'all. I'm just waiting for the next season. And you know how you just feel it in your spirit and your energy. And even though some, you just gotta, you just feeling, I just feel that way. I just can't explain it. I just can't explain it. You say y'all didn't have none of that. Jay said, he said, hey, I'm glad you caught a live too, boo. Thank you for coming in. Thank you. In school detention. Yes, girl, that in school detention was something serious. And then, I guess I mean, and I can't talk because I homeschool, so I can't really, I can't say, but I mean, my choice to homeschool is because I did not like how the school system treats, I just don't like how the school system do things. And so I don't like all this, any same sex bathrooms. That's not okay. My daughter is 13. She does not need to be going in a bathroom with a young man who says that he identifies as a girl. You know what I'm saying? So that to me, I don't like all that. I don't like my kids. I do not have anything against the alphabet community, the LGBTQIA community, nothing at all. I don't have anything against them. I am saying that what I choose for me and my children, and for my children to understand principle and old school teachings, that's just me. And my kids, I don't want to confuse my children any more than what the world has already confused them. So therefore, I want them to be taught right, and I want them to be taught values, and I want them to be taught things. Because I remember we used to pray in school. We used to do so much. Like, it's just not the same. And so I decided if my kid is going to go to school to sit on an iPad all day, they can sit on the iPad at home. Why am I going to send them to school to sit on the iPad all day to learn how to pass these standardized tests that are already geared towards a certain amount of people, and to get a certain amount of people to a place? Why am I going to send my kid to that? Why am I going to send my child there? No, I'll take them at home. I can decide who they play with, who they interact with, yes. That's what I do. Now, some people might disagree with Sister Girl, but this is my life. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? My kids this week, I can show y'all how they're bored. We have a board. We have a chart. They know what they're eating every day. They know what what the schedule is for the day. They're on break this week from homeschool. So they know what their plans are for the week. They know what time they're off electronics for the day. They know. Do you understand what I'm saying? So my daughter, she's 13. She's almost finished with the 9th grade, almost going into the 10th grade. She's a chef. She bakes. She draws. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I brags on mine. You know what I'm saying? So it's what you put into them. You know what I'm saying? And what I do is with my boys, whatever what they want to do is what we train them in. If my son says, Mom, I want to be a truck driver, okay, well, we're going to train you into running a business because that's what we do here. We run businesses. So, you know what I'm saying? That's it, and that's all. This week they're less, even though they're off break. What are we learning this week? Trust. We're learning about what a family trust does, how it operates. You know what I'm saying? What that means long term, generational wealth. We learn about stuff like that. So, it's what we teach our children is what they learn. This is segueing me into our mothers in the industry. Our mothers in the industry. This is you said my black teacher used to put us in squat position. Yeah, them black teachers back in the day, they did not play because they were like, y'all, do y'all get it? Like what y'all had to say. Like it was like we learned what sacrifice was. And you know what? I hear people say this, and I hear a lot of my friends, people my age, people I grew up with, people I love, they say, hell no, I'm not putting my kids through what we went through growing up. Like we had to get it. Like we had to get we played out. Yes, we played outside all day. We stayed in the kids' place. Do you understand what I'm saying? When you got in the grown folks business, you was being fast ass. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like we stayed in the kids' place. We knew what we was. And I'm sorry, y'all. And some people might get mad at me. I don't, but it is what it is. At 13, we was not wearing eyelashes and fake nails and booty shorts, and we wasn't getting BBLs by the time we were 18. Like we just wasn't doing that. That just wasn't what we were doing back then. So in my mind, if we wasn't taught that, how are we saying to our young youth that it is okay? How? I mean, I just help me somebody. Help me somebody. Oh, sis, I missed y'all too. I miss y'all. I'm gonna drop the link too. Let me drop the link if y'all want to come up. And because I missed all y'all, man. Y'all, but I needed that. Y'all, I needed that. My husband, he really wanted to go on a cruise. So I dropped the link if y'all want to come up. But yeah, like in my mind, that just doesn't make sense. In my mind, that doesn't please y'all. Just hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing. It don't even cost you nothing. Now I'm gonna let you look. Even when y'all come in my living room, I'm gonna let y'all come in my living room and just look in the window and hang out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But after the first of the year, y'all, when y'all come in the living room, when y'all come in the moo room, just say hey, just hit yeah, hey. Hit the like on your way in, on your way out. If you decide I don't want to stay in here, I don't want to hang out with you, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? I know I am not everybody's cup of tea, okay? And that is okay with me. I'm okay with that. Those that I am for is for God. That's how it works. But as you come in or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Just hit that like button. That's it, and that's all. You say, I agree. School is a dangerous place for children, even without the bathroom issue. Too many. It is. And they ain't talking about it. And not only that, let's talk about it. Not only that, what is up with these adults, women and men? But I've been seeing like, a lot more women messing with these young kids in the schools. What's up with that? What is up with that? What could be, and that's what I'm talking about. This is why I'm talking about how we send our kids to school. Like how we, y'all, do y'all remember? But for me, do y'all remember when you, in order to wear certain stuff to school, you had to sneak and wear it? Like you didn't just go to school, and when your parents go school shopping for you, they buy you something that is wildly inappropriate. And even these kids are getting into these kids are in uniforms and stuff. Some kids are in uniforms, but what is attractive to an adult? um what's attractive about a child to an adult? In my mind, I can't figure it out. Now, full disclosure, you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna call somebody to the carpet, I'm gonna call myself to the carpet. When I was young, I love me an older man. But when I say older, I'm thinking like I'm 14, he might be 18. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was grown, but you know what I'm saying? I'm 16, he might be 20. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm pressing the envelope at 21, but I might do 21. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, you know what I'm saying? And look, ain't no shade, ain't no whatever, because I feel like this. If you in your late 30s and you married to a 50, 60-year old, I mean, y'all, I mean, at this point, it is what it is at this point. But these 50-year-olds marrying these 21-year-olds or 19-year-olds or 20-year-olds, or these 40-year-olds marrying these 20-year-olds, come on, bro. Like, what could be that attractive? Like, you can't find, I mean, to me, honestly, I could go places with the exception of this gray hair. But let me throw a wig on, some makeup on, so whatever. I can go and I can get into somewhere like I'm gonna get ID'd every time. I'm gonna get ID'd every time. So, baby, I mean, we still looking good at this age. We still looking good in this age, and you can still go get you a Barbie. Because you can get you a Build a Babe, because you can get you a Build a Babe any day of the week. So I'm not understanding what is so attractive for these older men to be messing with these young girls. And that's just me. I'm just saying. You say you got it in front of me. Okay, my mama didn't. Hey, Andrew, hey, boo. My mama didn't play, honey. She did not play, honey. I'm telling you, I already know, because they're almost the same age. When I was in school, my teacher was older. Yeah, come on up, unicorn. Andrew, but still, boo, like, I get it, but I don't. I get it, but I don't. Because look, number one, you know what I'm saying? They say your mind don't even develop fully into a woman's mind. I don't care how grown you is, how grown you think you is. I don't care how many babies you done had. I don't care, whatever. They said it. I mean, allegedly, your mind do not mature fully into your 25 for women. Like, that's when like our upper light goes off. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. So you tell me, at 21, what could a 20, I mean, okay, I'll be 50. So I'm gonna say 50. I'm 50. And my son right now is our oldest son is 23. He'll be 24. I could not imagine dating anybody nearly like my son. Girl, the stuff he say some days, I be like, Where y'all get that from? I'd be amazed. Like I couldn't even like what kind of conversation, what kind of converse, and my son's very intelligent. All my kids are very intelligent. Even my 27-year-old daughter, like I don't think my husband could see himself dating a 27-year-old girl, like his daughter's age. You know what I'm saying? Like in my mind, y'all, it blows me. Like I just can't. I don't know. That's just me. The new woman teachers, like they are, man, like it just blows me. You say I'm done teaching kids. They are, man. None of these little ankle biters sex. Exactly. Like what are you trying to say? These female teachers are getting younger and younger too. I never had a teacher that was younger than 29. That's true, Jay said, but oh man, I don't. It's still like even at 29. Okay, at 29. What is a 17-year-old, 16-year-old, 17-year-old, 16-year-old? How is that sexy to you? How that is, y'all, that is sick. I don't care that to me. I don't that how is that sexy to you? If that is just not us reverting back into man, we the color purple coming out into movies, right? The color purple. Yeah, I gotta take my hair down. I got a headache. The color purple coming into the movie theaters. Um, my thing is this. Even with that, like we would back in the day. Remember, we used to watch the color purple. Y'all remember that? And we used to talk about the fact that Mister was an old nasty man, like, and his dad and silly daddy, like he was the worst of the worst, her stepdaddy, because what he did to her, and he had two babies by her, and all this stuff. And we used to talk about that. And so to us, like to me, how can that be like okay? How can you think like we were raised to know that that was not? I would think okay. I don't know. But yeah, we get it back in those days. That's how they did it. We get that, but in arranged marriages, because I don't know. I be telling my husband all the time. I think I'm gonna arrange my kids' marriages. I said because, I mean, well, I mean, they say the milk people do it, the milkman do it. They say the man can marry the bakery lady. So I mean, why can't we start doing it? Why can't we find who we want our kids, what families we want our kids to interbreed with? You know what I'm saying? I feel like especially if you work hard for your thing and you're leaving a legacy behind. Why not say whatever. I mean, I ain't gonna raise my daughter to worship nobody, but I'm gonna, hey, if I can, I can. If I find a good suitable, because I'm a pretty good matchmaker, y'all. Because I matchmake some people and they've been married for 30 some years. So I'm a pretty good matchmaker. They've been together for 30 years, 30 plus. Shoot, they've been together 32 years. So I'm a pretty good matchmaker, y'all. I'm a pretty good matchmaker. I've been matchmaking ever since high school. So I think, I've been really thinking about it. I don't know. I might think about it, y'all. I know. Yeah, this how sister girl is. I'm telling y'all in my living room tonight, y'all. Y'all in my living room tonight. I'm just saying. We are talking about dating younger men. My husband's younger than me. My husband's younger than me. You know what I'm saying? He a little young. Hey, sis.
Hey, can you hear me? Hold up. I gotta let me mute the other YouTube. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi. I missed you.
I missed you too. How are you?
I'm great. My mom is in the hospital, but she's doing okay right now. So she's doing okay.
That's good.
But yes, these young men don't know how to talk to women. So I don't see how any woman that's older would even, you know.
That's like an older woman dating Blueface. Like, what could you possibly like? What could be possibly appealing besides some sex?
That's what I'm saying. Like the younger, they're eye candy. That's all. Like, cause I'm 45. Like they only eye candy to me. Like there's
Yes.
nothing we got in common. Nothing.
Like nothing. Like we can't even have a like. Our conversations ain't gonna be the same. Like we don't even like. Do you know there's certain stuff that you can't even we can't even talk about, movies, music, like
Yeah, exactly.
like I just don't get it.
I used to joke with the younger guys that used to flirt with me. I was like, dude, I can't even take you to a bar. We gotta go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Exactly.
Like we can't date. Like where we gonna go? Chuck E. Cheese.
I ain't got look. I got grown kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got time to be dealing with nobody else's child. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no time to be raising nobody else's kids. And so I'm like, there's nothing we could have in common. Like, nothing possibly we could ever have in common that would make me be like, yeah, I want to be, with him. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, what's he say? Stay away, Moo. I am happy.
She keeps saying that, but
No, she ain't.
She might change her mind later. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. You is good. I agree. The older I get, the more I understand polygamy and arranged marriages. Exactly. You do. The more the older you get, the more you do understand it. And you see why it is. You know what I'm saying? And you see arranged marriages and stuff. I remember growing up, we grew up in a small, community, but we grew up in a small Muslim community, and we used to say that our kids were supposed to intermarry each other kids. Like we didn't want our kids to marry outside of each other kids. You know what I'm saying? But then as we grew apart, life happened. But I think if we would have done that, I think we would have been stronger as a community and more wealthier. And our children will all be in different places. I don't feel like I just feel like things would have been different had we stuck to our plans when we were growing up, how things were going to be. You know what I'm saying? But now everybody's allowed to be whoever they want to be. You know what I'm saying? So
I just don't think the younger generation nowadays, the polygamy thing, I don't think they're practicing it the correct way. So like that's why I don't agree with it. Like
they're not practicing it
for the right reason.
First of all, like a man, if he can't he's supposed to be able to afford his wives equally, number one. So there's no way we all should be living in the same house. You know what I'm saying? If you got a 4-bedroom house, I need a 4-bedroom house. If you got a brand new car, I need a brand new car. If you got, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be equal, not the way it's set up. You know what I'm saying? But they doing it the way they want to do it in the way that suits them. You know what I'm saying? Sexually, that's all.
That's the motivation. That's the motivation. That's their
motivation. Is the sex. It's the sex part about it. That's really, that's it. Speaking of polygyny, let's watch something real quick. I just want to. Speaking of polygyny, let's watch real quick, because I just, sometimes you see things that. And then we'll talk about what y'all see. Hold on, let me find it. I have to find it on him. Because you gotta watch what, and that's why I say this internet and people that they have, that people really people be really looking up to. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's upsetting me about a lot of these adult women is they're so busy living in their own fantasy. They want to be like these, a lot like these girls, so bad on this internet that they are missing the whole point. Okay, hold on. Let me pull this up. Okay, so y'all know I do subscribe to Trash TV. I do because I like to see what's going on. So I'm scrolling down, and that's what we about to talk about, Jay said. So I'm scrolling down, and I'm like, what else is on this Trash TV? And I come across this little show. And this is Kevin Hart's ex-wife, Tori Hart. Let me throw this little, and I don't know if y'all have watched this, but we're gonna watch this little episode that she did with, hold on. Let me throw up this timer.
We back.
Yes, we're
We
back.
back. What up, niggas? Wake up, niggas. Okay, no, I'm just playing. I'm Tori Hart.
And I'm Georgia Rain.
And we here. We ready to get this thing popping. We got some hot
Hold on, y'all.
guests today.
Yes.
Y'all gonna be super excited. Y'all already know we be talking that shit.
All types of shit.
We got a lot of shit to talk about today.
Yeah, a lot of shit that people are afraid to talk about.
And today we have a fabulous guest for you. He's my brother. He's an author. He's a mentor. He's a coach. He's a manager. And he's living an alternative lifestyle, which many people might, be passing judgment on. But actually, I kind of like the shit. And he also has his beautiful wife with him today, y'all. So you're going to get to meet her too.
Yes.
So let's welcome Brother Polite and Ayunette. Are y'all ready?
Yes. Hey, how are you? Hey, gorgeous. How are you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Come on in.
Welcome to our living room.
Yes. The comfy couch. Come on, get comfortable. Listen. So thank y'all so much for coming.
Yes,
first
thank
of all.
you.
Thanks for having us.
Yes. How's life?
Life has been great.
Okay.
Traveling. I'm multitasking.
Mhm.
As you know, I mentor a lot of people in sports, music, and entertainment.
Could you tell us some people who you're mentoring?
You got Meta World Peace, obviously.
Yes.
He's a very good brother.
Mm-hmm.
He played for the Lakers
Mm-hmm.
and did a great job. I'm particularly fond of him because he's come a long way. He had former Miss Black California. She's a very powerful sister, very beautiful, also helping her. And I also mentor people who not necessarily entertainment as well.
A lot of people don't understand what, mentoring is. So when you say you do that, could you give us a little insight on exactly what it is that you're doing?
What I do idealistically is I teach on finance and or holistic health. It started out for me just producing my own publications. I've written over 90 plus books. And then I started doing lectures world over on it. And because I transcended the gang paradigm that I come from in Brooklyn, I became a very motivational person in our community. And so that particular demographic really embraces me. And people start to call for me. So I do comparative studies of monotheistic religions in retrospect to them being influenced by cultures of antiquity. And
I don't know what you just said.
Me either, but that shit sounds powerful.
Smart. Look.
That's some powerful shit. I just know the truth.
I do analytical.
Yeah, I just know that you do
of the
some
combined
important shit.
molecular notion of the combined
Whatever it
the
is
sauce.
important.
You
nigga.
got that? I just whip it up and stir fry.
right. So
No, but I love that. I know you very well. I know Ayunette very well. So I would like to say this because you do live a different type of lifestyle that most people don't. So can we touch on that a little bit and how, I know people come for you a lot because they feel like you have this plethora of knowledge and you're uplifting, but they don't agree with how you live out your personal life.
Let me find out. How you
It's
living?
absolutely true. I'm living very good as far as my pain is concerned.
Go into detail, please.
Can we just get right into it? Okay, so you have several wives, right? How many wives?
Whoa.
I have 4 wives.
4 wives.
I didn't know that shit. You know how I feel about multiple women.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
Look, if you're not saying blink twice, because I can get you out of it.
Blink twice.
I mean, Rolls Royce is charming, nigga, but 4 wives?
You might need something a little harder to drink.
Yeah, we do.
Start to get attention.
That shit just shocked me, but go ahead, I ain't judging you yet.
So, okay, 4 wives, which, by the way, can I just say, a lot of people wouldn't expect this from me, but I actually am okay with it. I know,
Did you
Georgia,
know that?
they would probably think
Did
that
you know that,
would be
Georgia?
You got me fucked up. I'm telling you something. Let another bitch walk around house talking about some what we cooking our man for dinner, bitch. We ain't cooking nothing.
I just figured, look, to me, it's kind of like.
So I will stop right there for 1 minute because I want them to flag me, so I gotta stop and talk for
commentary. Yes.
Yeah. So, how many people know who Brother Polite is?
Of course I do.
Okay.
Of course I do.
What do you think?
When I first heard about him, I thought he was full of crap. So, like, because I try not to pay too much attention to him, but I have never seen like any of his other wives. But
yeah, you only really see Amunet.
Yeah.
You really only see her because I guess she's the original wife. So Amunet is the original wife. Let me see if I girl. See,
and then like he was like he was describing what he do, and she was like, I don't know what none of that stuff. That's the whole catch. He get y'all dummies because y'all don't know nothing. And their words sound good to you. That's the catch. Oh goodness.
Oh,
I could never.
Is this? You never really see. I'm trying to think of the most. You only really see Amunet. I think it was a picture, and I don't know what it is, where he was with the other ones too. And I mean, to each his own. I mean, some women are okay with it. To each his own. I don't know, but I'm just saying. But we got.
I'm selfish. I couldn't.
I'm selfish
just like her.
too.
Look, I'm just like that girl that's you talking about what we cooking.
Yeah, like, but honey, wait. That's why I say y'all gotta watch it. Because I just want y'all to you gotta watch body language. You gotta watch how smooth this. Now, to me, Brother Polite is not fine. There's nothing about him that, don't call me don't call me half-breed. There's nothing about him that's appealing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey,
I mean, I wouldn't want to be, that to him. Just like it's another one, Derek Grace. Y'all know who Derek Grace is?
I know who all of them are.
It's it's just
when I see some no, I'm not gonna cuss. When I see some effery, I try to watch and learn research and do some stuff.
Me too. That's how I am. That's how I knew about the whole little Carbon Nation and all that. Because I started researching because I'm like, what the heck? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I have to know more. I get intrigued. I'm like,
That's me too.
What's the catch? What is y'all seeing in it? I'll be trying to figure
why
it out.
and what got you so captivated?
Right. I don't never see it.
And maybe I'll be like, dang, what am I missing? What part am I missing?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even our oldest daughter, she's away with her family, and they're, I'm not gonna speak on who they're involved with, but they're involved with, some people out here. And so I got deep involved too, because I wanted to know what he has my baby so captivated, about. And I still ain't seen it. And I told my husband, I said, look, I'm gonna have to, get out and stop spending money trying to figure it out, because I done researched, I done did all I did. I said, right. She don't have to come out when she would get ready to come out. I said, because to me, there will be nothing that will keep me in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And knowing what we have instilled in her, she's gonna get to her point where her eyes are going to be open and the veil is going to be lifted. And then long as we're in the position and she's set, she's a trust fund baby, so she good. As long as she's set, we good. Yeah. He can't touch that. You know what I'm saying? So we good. So, well, hey, don't call me half breed. Hey, baby.
Hey, sister girl, that's me down in the comments, and Jay said it.
Mm-hmm. That's Jay.
Oh, okay.
I changed my name on YouTube. It was crazy, girl. Anyway,
I like
it. I need to see more about how he practices his polygamy, because I think people get it, especially these new kids. They get those two things, polygamy and polyamory. Mm-hmm. They get them confused.
And wait, okay, so we're gonna listen to a little bit more, because I don't know if it's this part, but it's 2 parts that each is like 10 minutes long. So I'm just gonna, I just gotta break it up so they don't be trying to, even though I'm not monetized right now, I just don't. I'm almost on probation, y'all. I gotta get to the 29th. And I don't need to get put back on probation. So my daughter was like, Ma, can you end the year not on probation? I said, okay. So that's what I'm trying to do. So,
that's hilarious, though. She's like, Ma,
so I'm in the year.
Having help. One day I might not
feel like help.
No, some days I don't feel like doing some shit. Let the other one do it. You know what I'm saying? Let her
handle that shit. Do what you don't feel like doing.
The man, look, they not going to listen, because he can't. I guarantee you're not allowed to have another husband. You can't.
You don't know that, are you?
Can you have another husband?
Because that's not how polygyny is designed, though.
Well,
wait, you said it's called what?
Polygyny.
I thought it was polygamy.
You see, that's a general statement. So right. That's all encompassing of different types of arrangements with multiple people. Then you have polyandry. That'd be the woman having multiple men.
That's what I need then.
I want that along with polygyny.
Too.
So then that'd be polyamory.
I don't understand.
Okay. Hold on, y'all. 1 second. Let me see. Since she on my docket from tonight, she done went live. Let me see what she talking about.
I think I might be related to that other girl, or we related in thoughts.
Out all the kids' Christmas outfits to wear. Of course, he had to put his on, y'all.
Yeah, I had to.
He had to put his on.
I had to. Oh.
So we picked out all the kids' clothes, and
I had to.
Carter's gonna tell you who's all gonna be in the picture, because he's the oldest, so he's in high expectations that everybody's gonna show up for him.
I'm almost in high school.
You're not in high school.
I'm almost.
Okay, just come tell them who all's gonna be in the picture.
Me, JJ. Wait.
Tell them who's all taking a picture.
Me, JJ.
All your cousins.
Zari,
my brother, Junie, what's it called? Junior. Wait, what's your name again? Wait.
You gotta start all over.
Yeah.
How many I got?
You get.
He's so cute, y'all. I love Carter.
We got 7.
We got 7 babies, right?
Yeah, and I'm 7.
Right. You forgot the girls, though. You forgot all the girls.
No, but I forgot one girl's name.
You forgot one of your cousins' names?
No, it's kind of like Junie and Junior.
Okay, so what's their name?
They both have the same name. That's the problem.
They do not have the same name.
Yeah, the girl's name is Junior.
Journey.
No, not Journey. The other.
Hold on, y'all.
The girl.
Avery.
No, other one.
Name them off.
Zari.
Well, basically, she had to go on live and saying that Krishan is basically going to let her.
I knew that's what it was.
Yeah, take the baby to take Christmas pictures. 1 second, y'all.
Yeah, because she was in her live talking about I think Krishan was talking about something else, but she was like, y'all talking about this? Or no, yeah, y'all talking about this? I just want I'm begging to see my baby. Yeah. I was watching the comments.
Yeah, and then she was saying that she also was saying, send Krishan a thing and tell her to let me take my baby to take pictures. Now, y'all know Blueface. He's still trying to say that ain't his baby. So, y'all know how that go, but it is his. The test had his name on it and Krishan's name on it.
Yeah, he know it's his.
He do anything for clout. Anything. But let's get back to Brother Polite. Hold on. Let's get back to this. I just wanted to hear what she was talking about, child. That ain't nothing. She just had to brag about she get to go see Krishan, baby. She get to take Junior.
Man, so it's okay for you to have multiple women, but she can't have multiple dicks.
Hold on.
You got multiple pussies, but she wants more dicks. She can't have more dicks. I don't get it.
If she came in and said that, yeah, I'd be hurt because I'm not in that space. That's why it's called polygyny. Polygyny is when the male has relationships with females who like being in that circumstance. For instance, if you're in monogamy, right? And then I came to your husband and I say, hey, yo, you don't feel a way, just having her there? How about you get another woman? And the reason why that would be a conflict, because if it's monogamy, the rules of engagement is one-on-one. That's what that is. Right. So in polygyny, the rules of engagement is one man to several females. So it wouldn't be polygyny no more if a man came into that environment. Now it'd be polyamory. The presumption is made a lot of times that somebody's in something that they don't want. Mm-hmm. But contextually, by design,
can you see
these
that,
are the people that want to be here under these circumstances, meaning the women, let's presume that the women want to be in this relationship because they don't want other men and they don't mind sharing. Right. Because those people exist on planet Earth. It's not a totalitarian type of environment where whatever I say goes. We have a communication. This is my partner amongst any other thing. She's my partner first.
But the thing is, when he talk like that, it make me want to be the fourth motherfucking wife. Fifth. Yeah. But then again, I want my dick to myself.
But then again, do we really have the dick to ourselves?
But that's what I'm saying. I don't want to know that I don't have the dick to myself, because if I find out, then it's gonna be a different story. But knowing that we gotta share the dick,
I'd rather know, because that way at least I know what I'm dealing with versus a man who's just out here spreading his fucking dick. How did you get into this situation of polygyny?
Okay, well, first, I was conceiving at the time, and I was also running a business. So
conceiving, you mean pregnant?
Yes.
With his baby?
I was carrying, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have been able to run the business and take care of myself and the child. So at that point, I needed help. We needed help in the circle. So that's how that came into place.
Now, who suggested that you needed help? Was it you said I need help?
It was.
Or was it?
It was both of us.
But who said it first?
Well,
it was him who said it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
so you let him trick you.
No. Why would you say that? You think I was tricked?
You let him suggest it?
Yeah, because he knows me.
No, he got in your head, was like, babe, you're gonna be tired.
Girl. Go ahead.
You wasn't tricked. You wasn't tricked. Oh, really?
Huh?
She wasn't tricked. Like,
yeah, she was tricked. and I'm telling you, and even her, you see how she said, Brother Polite, she's talking about some day, and the way you said that, you made me think I might be number 5. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, he kind of smooth with his words, but to me, he's just a regular nigga like that be just talking. Like,
he didn't even sound smart to me when he was talking. He sounded like he had a little pause in some of his sentences. So
because it's rehearsed, he said the same charm.
I pause in my sentences sometimes when I'm trying to think of the words. Y'all done seen me do it.
No, not like he was. I ain't talking about that kind of pause. You didn't see the pauses I saw. When I watch stuff, I pay attention. I saw pauses like,
yeah, this ain't the way.
I'm saying
this ain't the way that it's supposed to go. Like, it shouldn't be when you enter into a relationship, a monogamous relationship. So what I just heard was they got together, and it was supposed to be just them two.
No. Because I know the story. No, it wasn't. He was right. He did. When he brought her into it, he told them he wanted to have many wives. So it wasn't like, yeah. But the fact that he talked her into thinking she gonna need help, that's the
right. So, it sounds to me like they were together and there were no other wives involved.
No, it wasn't no, it was just she's the first wife.
Mm-hmm. Right. And then when she got pregnant and was busy making the money, he said, well, you can't service me because you're busy doing all these other things. You need help. Let's get a wife in here.
Yeah.
Is that what I
heard? Yeah. Yep. I mean, that's what I heard too. I mean, that's what I'm saying. My ears was to the street. And that's what I heard.
Okay. I'll just make sure I'm hearing what
But she said she wasn't tricked. She wasn't tricked into
she said, yeah, that's I mean, it's all in the wording, so it sounds like a little trickery to me, but I don't know.
That's what it sounds like to me.
It'd been different if you would have suggested, if she would have did like, look, I want another woman. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But no, you let him tell you should bring in.
Well, not that she wants another woman. The wording would have been, I think that you need another wife.
Oh yeah.
Because you see, in polygamy, when we talk about polygamy, these marriages don't combine. They're separate marriages.
Mm-hmm. The women ain't supposed to be sleeping together.
Exactly. And that's the problem with the younger generation. And they're thinking threesomes is a polygamous relationship.
That's not polygyny.
It's not.
Threesomes has nothing to do like that. It's not polygyny at all.
That's just an orgy.
And the thing is, what people think no, a man can have polygyny if he's wealthy. No. See, what people felt to it, they date back to the beginning or whatever. But the only reason that God was permitted is because women they couldn't bear children. And that's where polygamy came in. And the second woman You know, you get them to help bear children, to help, you know, or a widow or a woman that
widow without a man.
Yeah, whose husband had died or whose husband has passed on or whatever. You know
Because
what I'm
back
saying?
in the day, a woman didn't have any rights. A man had to be her head, and if she didn't have
they needed her headship. Yep.
Exactly. But no polygamy is going to work unless it's based in religion. If you are non-religious trying to practice polygamy, there's nothing tying you to that core set of principles. Because polygamy, sex is a byproduct of marriage. Polygamy's purpose is not for sexual pleasure.
It's not. It's not, but that's where they're getting it messed up. That's where the lines is getting blurred. That's what it's getting blurred. You said I got an igloo. I can send her. Oh, okay. She's talking about some. What are you saying? I was tricked. Yes, sis, you were tricked. Like, I mean,
you got the bamboozle.
Exactly, Andrew Nay. I was always taught because, like I said, I was raised where, you know, I knew with men that had multiple wives, like, you know, and but they never lived in the same house. They never, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like they had their own homes. Everything was compact. You know, it wasn't like one wife get more than the other wife. And he has to support all these women, and he has to support all their needs, you know, in all aspects of the relationship.
Because two grown married women cannot cohabitate. There can't be another woman in my house setting rules and going in my kitchen touching my stove. You can't do that. This is my domicile. Because that's my job. When you talk about marriage historically, especially when we're talking about polygamy, the man's job is to provide for the home, and the wife's job is to manage the home. You can't have two home managers in one home.
It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. But let's listen to some more.
This 8 months. You're gonna need some help. Basically, I'm gonna need a new pussy because I can't fuck you right now. And then you gotta wait 6 weeks. Are y'all all in the same house?
We was, but our different careers.
Hold on, it was the career that made y'all not in the same house and not the bitches pulling each other hair out?
No, we all have different businesses.
Yeah. And so when the business paths took us to a different place, I mean, two of the women still live with each other. I'm in that, right? But that's my choice.
Wait. The two, y'all live together? Now, are you living in the house too?
Yeah, I live in everybody's house, but everyone has their own home.
So you got keys to everybody's house? So you travel from each wife's house?
Depending, unless they want to stay over to the other wife.
But what if she wants to dig the same night the other girl wants to dig? Can they cut your dick in half and shove it?
They can't cut it in half, but I'm sure we're familiar with scenarios where multiple people can have sex at a time.
Oh, so y'all have threesomes?
I won't disclose all of that.
But y'all all in the same city?
But what I will say is...
Are y'all in the same city?
Huh?
Is it?
This is an abomination, chat.
Child. Child. That's all I'm gonna say.
This is a deviation.
Yeah, my father would have called him a jive turkey. My dad still use those words. Like, that's a jive turkey. Look at the smile. It's just
yeah, he real happy. Look at him. Look at him.
He know he's full of crap.
In the same city?
We're in the same city.
Oh, that sounds fun.
But I don't want you to go give her the dick tonight. I want the dick. So how are we gonna work this out?
Well, the thing is this. There wouldn't be a conflict of interest, so to speak. It would just be who decides that sister would be with me on that particular day. It's not, oftentimes we think about jealousy when we talk about this as though it's exclusive to this relationship dynamic. Sometimes parents experience it when they see their children befriend the likes of other people that are adults that embrace them like a parent. Sometimes siblings. identify with jealousy. Jealousy is a human faculty. So once we accept that, now we can get over the hurdle as far as the multiple women, because people say, don't you get jealous? Don't human beings get jealous?
No, that's true. Jealousy is going to happen in a polygamous relationship. But let me tell you this. They said something about polyandry. Ain't no way I'm going to manage more than one husband. It ain't no way. You know how needy men are?
I ignore them, so I'm not going to say speak.
That's what I'm saying. I couldn't do it because my husband, child, he is enough in himself. Like, I couldn't imagine having another one of him.
Okay, ladies, I have to drop down, but I enjoy coming up here, and yeah, I know all about the all the guys who practice that type of relationship, and none of them I saw have worked out. So, but thank you for letting me come up. I enjoyed being here. I'll be in the bushes though. I'll be in the bushes.
Okay, babe.
Okay. Good night.
Let's look at part 2.
Right. Don't let them get sick.
What if one day she just gets drunk or tipsy or sleepy and
She's getting on my nerves because she is only concerned about the sexual aspect. She just keep asking about the PD whacker.
That's why I said you got to watch it to the end, child, so you can see. That's why I'm like, watch her mannerisms. If I can get it to play, hold on.
make a mistake and put her mouth on another dick.
Well, we don't believe in that. We don't believe
but
in that.
How would you feel?
Well,
though?
watch this. I'm going to explain to you. I'd be disappointed and enraged, and I'll tell you why.
Ooh, enraged. That's strong.
Yeah, because what'll happen is this. We both came to terms that there's no amount of liquor or drugs, which we don't use. There's no amount of liquor or drugs that's going to give her or me the right to violate our agreement. There's rules. Like, you can cheat when you're polygynous.
You said you can?
I mean, you can't. Like, cheating can happen. Like, sometimes people
What
think...
if she cheats with another woman?
Is that cheating? Okay? Is that cheating?
That's
I
fine.
passed. No, it's not.
Oh, that's all like shit.
No, it's probably like recruiter.
It's a joke. It's a joke. Cheating is cheating.
No, it's not. Cheating. You know damn well if she cheat with a woman, that is not cheating. Come on, no, it's not.
We didn't agree to that, sister, being in a relationship.
Cheating.
What is it then?
You're gonna get mad. You're gonna be enraged.
I'm gonna be disappointed.
You are not gonna be enraged.
He wanna be in it. He wanna be in it.
You're not gonna be enraged. Stop it. Okay.
I'll be disappointed. It's still.
You're not gonna be disappointed. You're gonna say, "Well, was it good? What it tasted?"
Well.
You are not gonna be enraged.
It's a violation because we're not supposed to keep that kind of secret from each other.
So do you? Okay, but what if it just happened and then she comes back?
No such, and that's the thing. She won't accept something just happened for me, and I appreciate that.
So you
tell
her
everything.
I don't accept that from her. Out here.
That's what I'm saying. There's rules.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
He's not running the streets like.
Okay, so he's not cheating.
That's what I'm saying.
So ain't no bitches DMing her. Ain't no, you ain't getting no DM saying his dick good. What's up?
Oh no.
So wait. Okay, so let me ask you this. I mean, if he brings in a woman that you are adamantly against, and he is like, "No, I gotta have her." Has this ever happened?
Yes.
Okay, so what happened?
Well, she's not here.
Come on, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that.
You know what?
We ain't doing that.
That right there is how you know that they are not practicing it correctly.
Exactly.
Because what she said is that he brought in another wife and she didn't like her, so he made her divorce the other wife. That ain't got nothing to do with you. That's not your relationship and that's not your marriage, and you need to mind your business.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. This dude, how they doing things now is totally different now. Totally different. You know what I'm saying? And then just you got to watch the mannerisms. So we know that that Amunet is bisexual. They be sleeping with the women in them, sleeping with the women together. So basically, they just have a relationship where they're bringing women into their relationship, and they're just masking it as a poly relationship.
Because this is not polygamy. This is physically driven.
That's right. Cheers to that. Yes.
I'm not cheering yet. Calm down.
Yeah, come on.
Now let me.
If he was real adamant about it, you said she's not here. Does it not mean that he still didn't smash?
No, there's no cheating. There's no cheating. So no, there's rules to this. There's rules to this.
I can do this.
There's rules to this shit.
Yeah, it's not out of control.
So let me ask you, why didn't you like her? Was she trying to come for your spot?
Yeah, because you know what? She disguised herself. Like, if you real with me from the front, up front, then I'm cool. Like, we can see how things go.
Okay.
But don't try to play me. Don't.
The hood is about to come out. Listen, she get a little bit more of that.
That's right.
Too honest.
Shit.
Did I meet her?
No.
Oh wait, but Georgia, first of all, let me tell you, I don't never see you without Amunet because I don't know the other wives. But wait, can I tell y'all a little bit of backstory? So they invited me over for dinner one time, and I got there, and by the way, the food was amazing.
Thank you.
And I had saw them cooking in the kitchen, and I didn't realize that those were his other wives. So when I saw that, I was just like, "Oh, okay."
Was this the dinner of a threesome or what?
Well,
no, George.
I don't think I know because afterwards, then we go to a Lakers game or something. You had bought me tickets to. I mean, they traded.
That was their introduction.
Were y'all trying to recruit me?
They were trying to recruit you, bitch. I know recruitment when I see one.
She said, was y'all trying to recruit me? Like now she said, now I'm playing this back how everything happened. Chaz. It says, you've been drinking, I've been drinking. Hey. You said just like Nature Boy. Exactly. You said she gonna bite her. Girl, she act like she act like she ready to get let it be what it gonna be.
The dinner, Lakers games and shit. You got the best seats in the house. This nigga done put out his Rolls Royce.
Hold on 1 second, y'all.
And they was floor seats too.
See, she
they was floor seats. They treated me like
You got the first class Lakers seat, the dinner.
Girl, I was on the floor. And that was a good dinner because they vegan too. It was good. I felt like I was eating meat. And it was vegan.
And you was eating meat. You was about to. She planned it in her head. I'm trying to tell you, bitch. You lucky you got out. Cause me, see, I'm a little bit more gullible. You show me Lakers tickets and shit. I don't even like Lakers, but you give me the press star red carpet shit. I'm like, nigga, I'm just gonna be like, I didn't come here for this. I'm just saying. She's the parent. Like, no, it's not him. I'm sorry, brother. I came at you like that. It's her. It's fucking her. Have y'all fucked any industry hoes? That's what I want to know. Any bitches on TV? Y'all got some black Chinese in y'all closet?
No, we don't. It's about being honorable. And people may say, how can you be honorable in a polygamous relationship? Well, I could be running and sneaking around and not telling her, and then she finds out in the worst way, as I'm lying to her every single day. As a man,
like all these other niggas.
As a man, I've come to terms that I want to be with multiple women.
Well, before we wrap this up, do you have any applications in the car? Because I've been dealing with niggas.
Yeah, I have some friends.
And they've had multiple women and shit, and I've just been looking stupid. So, nigga, I'd rather know now.
But like
well, that's why I said I'm okay with it, and this is why I said I respect y'all because it is a choice.
That's right.
And the fact that you are able, number one, because there's a lot of weak ass niggas out here. Okay. that do some grimy shit, and that's why women end up with AIDS. They end up with
That's right.
the clap, you know, all kinds of stuff. So I actually respect you for doing what you do, and thank you. And I hope y'all are all getting tested monthly and doing everything you're supposed to do. But so this is why I said, you know, and sometimes people, my friends have been like, Tori, well, why would you, you know, be okay with that? This is why, because it's honesty. And I've been in relationships where men have done shit to me and I didn't know about it. And it's like, be honest with me. You never know what I may have allowed, and we open and honest, and we can build and create.
And people don't understand this part. To be polygynous, you have to be a master at monogamy.
Yeah.
So they may say, oh, you have a relationship with 4 different women. I have 4 successful monogamous relationships running concurrent. That's what I have going on. If I was not good at monogamy.
That's you using that mind trickery shit again.
If I was not good
at monogamy. Get your ass on up out here. We done.
That's a lie.
We good. We good. You gotta go.
But I will say this, guys. We do have to wrap it up.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for joining us. Brother Polite, Aminette, thank you.
Thank you so much.
That's a lie. He's not having 4 successful monogamous relationships, because the minute you have a threesome, you no longer have a monogamous relationship. Monogamous means 1-on-1, not 3.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, here's what I think about polygamy. I see the value in it. The problem is, I believe that in order for polygamy to be successful, it has to be a cultural thing. It can't be a first generation thing. It has to be something that's done in your culture, passed down, so that you learn all of the correct rules for it.
Mm-hmm.
These people just jumping out the window saying, oh, I'm polygamous. No, you're not. You just want to have sex with a bunch of other people. And that is not what it's for.
At all. So yeah, I mean, now did you hear her ask Brother Polite for an application?
I sure did. And I wouldn't want to be in that. I wouldn't want to be one of his wives, because he messed it up out the gate. It's already messed up.
Mm-hmm.
If you're getting rid of wives because one of your wives, there's no such thing as a head wife. We have heard the biblical stories of the problems that come when there's a head wife. We heard the story of Hagar and Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Hagar was Sarah's maid, really.
Yeah.
And because Sarah couldn't have children, she told her husband to marry Hagar. Hagar had a baby because Sarah didn't believe in God, because God had promised her a baby. She was getting old. She didn't think she was going to have one. So she wanted her husband to still have a baby. So she gave him Hagar as a wife. Hagar had a baby. And then Sarah had a baby. And the jealousy came in. And because Sarah was the head wife, she convinced her husband to kick Hagar out into the desert. And it caused a whole bunch of problems that, according to the Bible, still affect us to this day. So that is just a cautionary tale, because that's what I believe the main thing of the Bible is, a lot of cautionary tales. I'm telling you how this is not going to work if you do it the wrong way. And one wife is not supposed to have seniority over another wife. Those are individual relationships, and you can't be letting other people come in for no threesome, for no jealousy, for no nothing.
Excuse me. And that is so true. I personally, it's not for me. I mean, like they say it, and you know, some people believe it's the man's choice and all that, but it's also my choice if I want to be in that relationship too. And for me personally, I just don't want to do that, because I know, I'm not gonna say I'm a jealous hearted person, but I like my man in my bed every single night. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be like, I just can't. I can't do it. You know
I could do it. I could do it. Not that I haven't done it, because like I said, ain't nobody out here that's going to be able to do it the way that it's supposed to be done. And I'm not jumping into none of that, but I could definitely do it, because I like my bed by myself. If I only got to see you a couple times a week and my bills still get paid, sign me up.
Yeah. But I'm just and for some people, like I said, I was raised around it. So I know that for some people it do work. You know what I'm saying? And if you think about it, back in the old days, like in our grandparents' days and all that stuff, like my mom, her daddy had 3 households. You know what I'm saying? So we know, but he was also a wealthy man, so he could afford all 3 households. You know what I'm saying? He was only married to one of the women, but he had 3 separate households, and they knew about each other. You know what I'm saying?
Even our grandmothers, you know how people are always saying, why can't relationships last like they did for our grandparents? I'm talking about the generation born in the 70s and early 80s who had grandparents from the 30s, 40s, and 50s, right? It was because grandma knew that grandpa had a side chick and had her for 20 years. Grandma knew, but grandma's bills was still being paid and grandma didn't bother with what grandpa was doing on the side, long as he was doing what he was supposed to be doing in the household.
But is that okay?
It's not okay, but it's basically polygamy without calling it polygamy. It's basically maligning the so-called side chick when they had a valid relationship equal to a marriage for decades.
But then you think about it, okay? Then this person feel because for decades they done been with this married man. He had never committed to them. He's just committed to them as far as sex. Maybe they might have had a kid or 2 together. They might, but at no point did he ever say, this is my wife. But he took her on because he was sleeping with her. So he developed that soul tie became. Man, it's just so much deeper than that because it's like soul ties and all this other thing tied into that.
But that side chick
can't do
that grandma's husband's side chick wasn't a side chick for 20 years simply based on sex. Grandpa was providing for that household too. Grandpa was paying those bills too. It's just that we were conditioned that it is not allowed for you to have more than one wife, so nobody talked about it. Everybody knew, but nobody spoke on it.
Well, but if I think about it, I'm like, okay, and let's hypothetically speak because everybody has their own theory, okay? That if the Bible, if God made Adam and then he made Eve, why didn't he make a couple of them? Why didn't he make a few women in the garden to go with Adam? Why it only, say Adam and Eve, the mother and the father of humanity? Why are they like, do you understand what I'm saying? Why didn't he I'm just saying, if that was how it was meant to be, why wasn't it like that in the beginning? If we want to go biblically, if we want to speak biblically.
Well, if we
want to speak biblically, I can break that whole in the beginning and all that. I can break all that down to a whole nother level because, metaphorically.
If we go by the Jewish Bible, Adam had a wife before Eve, and her name was Lilith.
Okay.
So automatically, he had 2 wives if we go by the Jewish Bible, because his first wife was Lilith. Lilith wasn't listening. She didn't want to be controlled. She thought she was equal to Adam. So then God made Adam another mate, and that was Eve. So he already had 2 wives, if we're talking biblically.
Allegedly. I'm saying allegedly, and I'm not trying to step on nobody's religious toes or anything like that, but I'm just saying allegedly because educational wise, I hold a degree in theology, and spiritual wise, I know a lot of stuff that ain't what it was supposed to say. What they say it is what it is. And because I know what I know and what I seen, you know, when I watched, you know, these people, a table of milkmen rewrite the Bible and take out and omit and demit, and then after going and reading the lost books, and you know, I like I said, I was a religion major, so I took that upon myself to study, you know what I'm saying? So knowing what I know, when I say allegedly, it's not to disrespect anybody's belief, it's just because I also know if even if we want to talk about Abraham and Hagar, see, Hagar was that's where Ishmael is the father of the Muslims. And so you have to think about, just like you know, Christ and
it's a lot, girl. I know, but
it's a lot. It's a lot. You know what I'm saying? And you be trying not to, like,
I just think
people get ultra sensitive. People get very ultra sensitive about religion, but I'm not sensitive about religion because I know that it's all spirituality.
Right.
And when people understand that it's a spiritual thing, it's not, you cannot really get the answer you need from God, you know, in the natural, you know what I'm saying? You really only going to get it in the spirit realm if you really want it. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at things a little differently than a lot of people, and I don't want to offend anybody. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying allegedly because, you know, we don't know. Everything is a folklore. You do understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Everything has came from everything has, you have to think this is generational being taught things, you know what I'm saying? So some of the things that we know and we think is 100% accurate is not accurate at all. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I think about religion. I feel like religion is it's not religion and the Bible and these books. To me, for me, the Bible is more of a book, a collaboration of poems and books that were put together to help guide a people, like a bunch of tales, a bunch of precautionary tales type of thing. Not really something. I'm not religious. I feel like religion is just a guidance book, really. Not something that I take at 100% face value, everything that is said in there, but more like just a roadmap for people.
But the one thing that I do not, one thing that that, you know, I mean, we can talk. I don't know how to talk no other way but real, and how I, you know, that's it. You know what I'm saying? But when I think about like religion and where we have been, it has been, you know, my family have always been kind of like a spiritual people. You know what I'm saying? The women in my family have always been more religious. They have always felt like, grandma running to the church, we got to run to the church. We got to do this. If you don't go to church, you got to gather. You got to do this. You got to do where two or more is gathered in his name. There I am in the midst. You know what I'm saying? And so it's interesting that we're having this conversation because when we were over in Nassau, Bahamas, we were talking to one of our tour guide. Her name was Miss Della. And Miss Della was telling us, she was like, everybody on the island, is mostly Baptist. And I'm like, really interesting because, the British, I was like, I would think that they would have, she was like, oh, it's some Catholics, we still have the Moorish people here too. And we still have the people that wear the white hair and the black robes. And so I'm like, you know, then she said something that was very, very interesting. She said, we look at you people over in America, we watch y'all on the news, and we don't understand like what type of pastors and religion like that's not, y'all don't live like God people.
Mm-hmm.
She said, y'all, what pastors marry that truly live by God people marry two women or marry two men?
No, right. Right. Because that's not, they're also deviating from the original. All of these religions, I believe all religions are based on one very ancient belief, and they all decided to deviate them to benefit themselves. So they all changed them up just to benefit themselves or whatever it was they wanted to do or however they wanted to live. They changed up their religion to make whatever it is they wanted to do acceptable. That's why I say I don't take any of the religious books at 100% fact and truth. I just see them as a collection of cautionary tales that can be helpful to apply to your life, but it is not your pathway to God.
But if you really study and you really read, they're all this. They're all stories told from different angles and different points of views. Okay, they're all like what I call them telephone stories. Okay, like when you read the Quran, you know what I'm saying, with the Q, you when you read it, you're reading, you're reading a bit about more about Ishmael and his lineage and how his, what happened when him and Hagar went back to their land, and what how their people was raised, and how he taught, you have to pray 5 times to God, you have to acknowledge him a day, you have to, do you understand what I'm saying? So he was taught, he taught his people what he learned from his father, Abraham. You know what I'm saying? So, but then when you go to Isaac, which is the Christian, let's be real, it's the Christian lineage, right? If we go to Isaac, we don't get those same type of teachings.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying? You're not taught, a Christian is not taught to pray 5 times a day. A Christian's not taught to not eat pork, is unlawful. A Christian, do you understand what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
Then they say, well, come on, y'all. The white man gave the black man the scraps when they bought them over here as slaves, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? Even though there were already black people on the land, because we're the original people of the land. But that's a story for another day. But they ignorance. You know what I'm saying? But we failed to realize we were selling ourselves. It was other black people selling each other. We were selling ourselves. It was always, we're still in this society now where it's big me, little you. You know what I'm saying? They're selling each other out every day on this internet and everything for $1. You know what I'm saying? People selling their soul every day for $1. You know what I'm saying? It's we look at Carlissa, Blueface mom. I'm gonna show y'all something. I just want to show y'all this too, because I just be amazed at how people operate sometimes. I just be like,
ain't nobody got no morals no more. And
none.
When we talking about polygamy, what it boils down to is you have to have a strong spiritual center and a strong set of morals for that to work. Otherwise, you just playing.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to find it. because people because I'm just gonna tell you like how people like they take this fake world, you know what I'm saying? Because you can find like y'all, what you see is what you get with Sister Girl. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Now anybody that know me in real life, like I ain't gonna say because I'm real, so I'm gonna say this is real life. But anybody know me outside the internet, they'll tell you, oh baby, that's just how she is. That's her. You know what I'm saying? That's just who I am. But people, hold on, I'm trying to get this. But a lot of people, they just be. I can't do it. I can't portray something. I can't keep up the facade. You know what I'm saying? And what I do notice too, people like weak people on the internet. People like people on here begging, pleading with them, feeling like they need them, coinciding with their BS. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry.
Yes.
That's not me. I ain't no yes, ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never be and can't be in. You know what I'm saying?
Me either, girl. That's why sometimes I be having to take a break from everything internet based because it just be getting to me. Like it just be getting on my nerves. And the things that I believe personally, most people don't feel the way that I feel, but I believe the things that I believe based on my own personal research. And people be like, "Oh, you're crazy as heck, girl. You is crazy." But I'm not. I just see things and I think differently than everybody else. That might be because I'm left-handed and ADHD. I don't know.
It could be a number of things, and it could be, but hold on, y'all. I'm trying to. This thing is acting crazy, so let me see if maybe if I close a few of these tabs, can I get it to work right? I just see things differently, I think, because I am a stickler for books. I'm a stickler for studying. I'm just a stickler for, like, I gotta read it, y'all. Like it, and I go and find old, like my book collection. When I say I have a storage room just full of books. It's like old encyclopedias dating back to like the first encyclopedias, the black encyclopedia. Remember the black man used to come by and sell the black encyclopedias? See, y'all, when I say I got like old, like, because you know, a lot of people, I mean, some people think it's just a theory. Yes, some people think it's a theory, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, some people think it's a theory, but a lot of people believe in the Mandela effect. You know what I'm saying? Where things have changed, like things ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? As it was then. And the only way you're going to know the change is if you got original documentation from then. You know what I'm saying? You know them books that's so old that the paper's crinkly on them, you can barely turn them. Yeah, them the kind of books I got. I got from old, when I say man, we used to go, me and my husband, when we first started, like we were just friends, we wasn't even dating, but when we first became friends and was hanging out, I was in theology school. And so we will go hang out, like we will go to these old bookstores, like old bookstores, you know what I'm saying, where they just stink in there, like you sneeze when you walk up in there, type bookstores. And so we will find these old books and we will always look, okay, this one was written in 1924. This one was written in 1940. And we would just buy them. Not, and some of them will be gems. Like you will find good, like educational material in them and stuff. So when I say I'm a stickler, you know. Remember that read a book, everybody read a book. Yeah, that used to be my favorite commercial because I love me a good. Because I'm the type of person you could tell me anything, and I can go on the internet and whatever, but I'ma still break out a book. You know what I'm saying? Even the stuff that I am enjoying. Our sister girl Voodoo Dolls Educational Fridays. You know what I'm saying? But all she doing is making me pull out my book and be like, okay, let me dive into this a little bit deeper and see. But you know, especially with her talking now about like the Divine Nine and stuff, because when my daughter was in college, she wanted to pledge, and I was like, because I grew up, you know, me going to theology school, me, you know, back in the 90s, early 90s, all my friends were pledging, and you know, school days and all that stuff, you know. And so my homeboys came to me, they are the bros, and they came to me and they wanted me to pledge, and I was like, yeah, you know. And at the time I was really a devout Muslim, you know what I'm saying, and I was like, I can't do that, you know what I'm saying, like I can't.
Listen, if
you know, that's not for me, I can't do that. So when my daughter got to be in college and she really wanted to pledge, I was like, all I told her, I was like, research it. And I said, and if the spirit, and if it's for you, God will make it so it'll be for you. But it just never, she was never able to do it. But she's, you know, she's really into studying about it and knowing about it and all that stuff. But she just never, you know, It never happened for her. And I'm just saying, to me, it wasn't in her cards. That's not what, you know what I'm saying? Because see, one thing we have to do as parents, we have to speak things into our kids. We have to say, Lord, we need them their route. You know what I'm saying? It's up to us. Yeah, they're going to have some hard days. They're supposed to have it. But we have to be conscious of their route and what we speak into them. And like I told God, if it's not of you, with anything with my kids, if it doesn't have any factor of the Most High involved in it, you abolish it from their lives. And that's have always been my prayer over my kids ever since they were born. So
right, if I said, listen, the things that go through my mind, we would be talking about Constantine and the Council of Nicaea, to dinosaurs, to Pangea, to living in the digital age. And is this world real? Is this world digital? I'm right down the street and feel the sun on my face, and it'll make me just have some kind of deep thought like, yeah, I understand the scientific explanation as to why I feel the warmth of the sun, but you know what I'm saying? And then my mind goes somewhere else on that. But if I were to say everything that I believe, from all of that I just mentioned to the creation of the different races, and that's a whole nother thing. If I said everything that I believe, any YouTube channel I would have on would get banned. Do you hear me?
That's what I'm saying. Like you, that's why I said, you know, y'all, I'm almost off probation, so I already.
Right.
I gotta watch. I'm trying to be as look, once I'm free. Now let me clear. But I do got
talk about the firmaments and the
when I say I got another thing going on, and I started it. I started it a while ago. Well, probably about a month or so ago. I just haven't found out what direction I'm gonna go in with it or whatever. But it's called Soul of a Sister.
Ooh.
And I made the channel. I just ain't posting nothing, y'all. But I'm just trying to, because when I say, if I could just tell, sometimes I'd be like, God, I do not need no more downloads. Like, I just, I just
And
need
that's
to
what it
just
feels like, though. That's what it really feels like. It feels like a download, like a connection, like a switch has been flipped and there's a new pathway that is just coming into your
and
brain.
that's why that's why when I got on here, I said, y'all, I feel so good. Like I just even in the midst of things that are going on, you know, like because I ain't gonna say life is perfect, you know what I'm saying? But even in the midst of, you know, losing loved ones and just lifing, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm good. Like my, you know, all is well in my soul. You know how the old folks used to say, all is well with your soul. All is well with my soul. You know what I'm saying? And I think that what we really need to start understanding is the soul of a person. Like we got some wicked souls and some wicked people. You know what I'm saying? We got some wicked soul and some wicked people. And we need to really start understanding the soul of a person. You know what I'm saying? And how, and the spirit of a person, and understand when they say we wrestle not against flesh. You know what I'm saying?
I
But
did
it's
not.
spirit. We wrestle against the spirit realm. Do y'all understand? Like, oh man, oh, that's like I
Yes.
say,
And I
y'all.
did not know that you went to school for theology, girl. That opens up a whole lot of conversations that we could have, honey. And those could go on for hours.
That's why I say when I say y'all, and I got when I say, look, y'all, let me tell you, when I say books. I'ma just like this is like when I say me and I wish one day I'm gonna have my husband, we gonna have him in the lit moo room. But you know what I'm saying? Like we read, like we study. You know what I'm saying? How to make a, you know, Negro Christian. Y'all, you know, you read this book?
I have not, no.
Yeah.
Post it in the chat so I can look it up and get it.
Negroes with Guns. You read this book?
No, ma'am. You're going to have to create a list of books and post it as like a picture or something.
Yes, baby. When I say Blackamoor, you read this book?
Years ago.
Like when I say, girl, these is books we on a cruise. This is the book type. When I say I'm unapologetically who I am, I don't know how to be, you know what I'm saying? Like this is the type of stuff we read when we just, you know, we on the plane, on cruises, on, you know, people probably walking by like, what? Is that what they really read? You know what I'm saying? Like when I say, hold on, y'all, let me. We got, you read this, 1984.
I have not. Girl, post a list of books so I can read them, honey, and we can talk about it.
When I say we be reading, baby, we when I say I went to theology school. Now I told y'all, so I got all kind of apocalypse. I got all kind of different type, any kind of Bible you can think of. I got it. I mean, any type of Bible you can think of, the Torahs, the any type, because I was a religious study major. Well, I majored in African American studies, but I was a religious study minor. But I didn't feel like I got everything I needed. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to go to theology school so I can understand how the clearman or the milkman was able to
corrupt
Yeah. And when I say y'all, they could not, they would try my professors, man. When I say I will write, my papers, I'm arguing the whole time. Like no, this is correct, this is incorrect, here it is, this and this. I'm pulling out research from all kind of different areas, and he like, where's you finding it? I'm citing this and citing that, and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I love to read. Like, that was my pastime. That's what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to remember back in the 70s and 80s, and, we only had a certain amount of channels. And, remember them commercials, TV went off at a certain time. Then we was able to get, Donnie Simpson and Midnight Soul.
You know what never sat right with me about Christianity at all, and this is something that I learned as a young person, was that they tried to tell us that the world was only created 6,000 years ago, and that never made sense to me at all.
Exactly. But it's because you got to think we were even if you look at the old time pastors, and with all due respect to anybody in that arena, but if you look at the old time pastors, you know what I'm saying? And look, I can speak because I can produce my ordination certificate. I can produce all my evidence. So I'm speaking from just, when me and my husband first got together, we were in, he was in the, now me, I'm coming out of being Muslim all my life, but I'm also a religious study major. So I'm always open. I have friends that were Hindus. I have friends that was Judaism, so I'm my mind has always been open. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always been a spiritual, and I've always had a personal one-on-one relationship with the Most High. That's me. That's how I feel. I feel like mine is not like nobody else. Can't nobody go to him and talk to him like I talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so that's just me. That's where I'm at with this. Okay. So we would go to these meetings, and it would be people that these pastors have pastored this church for 60 something years. Mind you, this is like 2007, so 2007, 2008, and you got these men, these pastors that's been pastoring these churches since 1940. Okay. Their conversation was very slave owner driven, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Just the clear conversation, just the way, then it was, for me, I'm okay with knowing my place. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them. I'm sorry, y'all. Some people might get mad. I'm not one of them new age girls. I'm okay with being behind my husband, because if something come, I need him to protect me. Shit. I don't need to be in the front. I am a girly girl to the heart, baby. And look, I grew up in the house with all boys. I was the only girl. Okay. So I was able to be a woman. My mama didn't. I wasn't forced to have no mannerisms, manly ways about me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I was okay with being in the background of my husband, being a support team for my husband, pushing my husband in the forefront, even though at the time I had more educational knowledge and we were in different places spiritually, so I can feel like, I'm not saying I could feel like I have more spiritual knowledge and educational knowledge as him. However, because I knew what my role was, I was okay being in the background.
Well, because you know what? Your skull is created to protect the brain. So
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If we think about it like that, the man is created to protect the woman, and you are in the back. You are valuable, the most valuable, because you're the brains of the operation. It's just that we have to know how to talk to men, because you can't try to talk to a man like a man talks to a man. It's just a different way that women have to approach
You
men,
can't.
give them the right information.
You can't. Like, it's funny because me and my daughters laugh about this all the time. And if you watch this, you're gonna be like, for real, babe. But like, I could be telling my husband something, I could be telling him something, and I be feeling like it is falling on deaf ears. Like, this man is really ignoring me. Like, he's really not paying attention, because he's not acknowledging the fact. You know what I'm saying? He's not saying, babe, I heard you. He's not saying whatever, or he's not agreeing or anything. But then it'll be a few days and he'll come back and regurgitate to me everything I said like it was his original idea. So me and my daughters, we be like, when she be like, Ma, just tell him and just wait a few days. He gonna come back and tell it to you, and then it'll be his idea and it'll work. You know what I'm saying? But because we've been like that for 14, 15 years, it works for us. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, it's just a little funny fun fact about us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be like, okay, babe, is that what you was thinking?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Okay.
But that's good, because that's really how they are. That's how men are. They just take a little bit of time to digest.
Yeah, they do, but it'd be okay though. It'd be okay. It worked. I do, G Paul. I love to read. Like, I love to read. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I like celebrity gossip is my my lifetime. It's entertainment for me. It's like watching TV. Like, it's entertainment for me. But when it comes to the heart of who I am, I love to read. I love to research. I'm into I love to look into the history of our people, where our people, like my family, like I be on just researching my family for hours upon hours upon hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, people call me and they be like, I didn't know this. Like, I be telling my cousins and stuff, and they be like, what? I never knew that about their own mama or their own, grandmama or whatever. So when it comes to just me, I love to read. I love to research. I love to, but it's not favorable for people. You know what I'm saying? Because people, and that's why I said this, the baby boomers, Gen X, the millennials, all of us, we have to take responsibility. You know what I'm saying? When my daughters, I got 4 grown daughters, when they go down the wrong path, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'd be like, look, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? I can tell you this, I can tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Now you gonna come back eventually and be like, Ma, you was right. You know what I'm saying? But if you need to see it, if you feel like it's a must, then go ahead. I'm not gonna block your way. You know what I'm saying? But I've walked that path. You know what I'm saying? And by the grace of God, I came out unscathed. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, if I could share when I say that's how I know my relationship with God. That's why nobody could ever tell me what my relationship with God is like, because I ain't supposed to be here. That's why I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, man. And it's all because, man, I don't even in like some people go to church, there's some people that go to church but have never read their Bible. They have only read the scriptures that they give them every Sunday in church. But then it'd be like, even when you read it, it's like telephone. And now that I know it's like telephone, like I said, my daughter is 26 and 27. She just had a birthday. She's 27. And I remember when she was 25 years ago, watching them revise and rewrite the Bible and all this stuff on one of them cable, them back channels on cable that nobody ever watched, them cat channels that nobody ever watched, but them old milkman people and all them, they sit there and they be making rules and changing stuff and revising stuff and now and doing all that, changing the rules and taking one little word out of this and putting it in that. And when I say y'all, it gets deep. It gets deep. You know what I'm saying? Like, if y'all don't do anything else, y'all look into I don't care if you don't feel like you have nothing, but if you want to leave something to your kids, you know what I'm saying? Get y'all some trust. Get you a trust. Put this stuff in the trust. You know what I'm saying? That way the government, because all they gonna do is take everything you have from your family. You know what I'm saying? Or if you leave them a house, if that house ain't in the trust, your family got to pay all that capital gain tax on that house and stuff. Why leave that burden on your children? Like, we just got to do better. We just got to do better. It's a lot. It's a lot. Like I said,
that is a show to have right there. Teaching that is a show to have for.
I'm telling you, yeah. I have this. I'm telling y'all, if y'all like, we could talk about that. We could talk about, like, when I say my kids, for generations on generations on generations on generations, they not about to want for nothing. Just because me and my husband took time to educate ourselves on how these milk people is able to create generational wealth when they started from nothing. Nothing. Now, you look at the Hiltons. Look at the Hiltons. Paris Hilton and them. She's been a trust fund baby all her life. The Rockefellers, trust fund babies. Look at, you know what I'm saying? You think Beyonce, that's why people like, oh, P. Diddy about to go broke. No, he ain't. You think that Negro ain't got his stuff in a trust? They can't touch them. They could sue him directly and get what he got, but his family is going to be set. Come on now. He didn't learn that from us, though. That's some white people protecting their brand and their money.
So, speaking of the milkman, so I was doing some of my own research about, and I wanted to know, since you have a theology degree, I wanted to know, how do you feel, or what do you think, what have you researched and found regarding the idea that the planet has only been around 6,000 years? And then before you answer that, I want to say that I had gone to science.org and I had found this article that talked about how long ago the first Milkians came to be, which was not much more than 6,000 years ago. And I just felt like those two things had a correlation of them creating the Bible, because as we know, the Bible that we read today was created by these Milkians, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just felt like those two things had a correlation for them trying to tell us that the world was only 6,000 years old. But it just felt like to me that they just came to power around that time.
Now, because, you know, I don't even know
if that even makes
sense. Because it's gonna bring you, because
said.
we want to go all the way back to the Nephilims, the fallen angels. Like, it goes deeper than, do you understand what I'm saying? It goes way back to, you know,
but you know how they say that the best lies that are told are always sprinkled with some truth?
Yeah.
So I feel like I don't feel
but
like,
I think that because, you know, have you ever read the Lost Book of Eden?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So basically, the Lost Book of Eden is basically the stories about that what happened to Adam and Eve once they was expelled from the garden, and how they were trying to get back.
I did read
into the garden. Okay. So the Lost Book of Edens is just like stuff that, like, the stories that they didn't share with us. You know what I'm saying? That they decided they wanted to take out. So then you start getting into like the Nephilims, and you know that, man, when I say it's so deep, like, if y'all, I could do a whole series on it. Like, I could break it down, but it's gonna be, it's a lot to, but this is my thing. We just gonna have to get a book, y'all, and start in the book, and then, because it's so much, because it's like I can break it down on so many levels. So
it's a lot. I just thought that
it's so many levels, but just know that some of the stuff that we know to be true is not true, and it's not accurate, and it's just, it's a means of control, because if we look at where we're at right now, we are living in modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. We're in the middle of the thing, and that's why he's giving some people the opportunity to walk out and keep walking, but a lot of people are turning back, and they're turning into salt, and that's a metaphor. Is not like,
I just feel
they're
like
losing, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're being consumed. It's the turning, that metaphor is like, it's consuming you. It's taking everything that you have, you know what I'm saying? And so even with this space, like reporting, you know, on, you know, when I came, I did not come like really to report on Krishan or none of that. But because I have 5 girls, 5 young women, 5 princes, 5, you know, one day to be queens of their castles, that I have to raise, I felt that it was in I had a responsibility to see what was going on. And in seeing that, I told y'all from the beginning, Clarissa was the mastermind, that it's all been a ploy, it's all been a game, it's all, you know, everybody is to make money. We're going to use this internet thing, and we're going to clout it. You know what I'm saying? Now, yes, people have made money on them trying to, you know, them making money. Okay, that's inedible. But my thing is, some people are eat, sleeping, shitting, breathing, thinking, and these people don't give a rat's ass what you really feel about them.
Right.
So why not take this piece of them and turn it into a learning experience on what we as young Black women, what can we do to not to first of all get these women to see that this is not life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's more to life than BBLs and you know what I'm saying, niggas. Like
Veneers.
it's more to life than that because y'all in all actuality, what are they all they doing is building people.
Right. Because they used to try to control us by religion, and that's not working because people are fleeing religion by
That's
the
it.
day.
So now they're using the propaganda of, you know, like you going, like, for instance, we in the airport. And see, I'm gonna just let you know how the devil works. But see, baby, you have to know who you are in the spirit realm when you're dealing with the principles of this earth. You know what I'm saying? This world. You have to know who you are so that you can control it. Now we're in the airport, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here, my husband's sitting here on the end. So this woman, I don't know if she's not, and I know she know we're together because we're sitting like, you know, right next to each other. So she comes by, and every time she walks by, she's walking, but when she gets to my husband, she turns her ass into his face. Okay. So I'm just sitting there watching. Now honestly, he's not paying her no attention. He's on his phone. He really not really paying her no attention. So at first I'm thinking like, you know, the first time she did it, okay, maybe, you know, but I'm trying to think now, you got all this opportunity now, mind you, it's nothing else in front of us but space and opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And it was gonna be space and opportunity for your girl not to be on the no-fly list. Okay, it was gonna be that type of space because I don't, child, few things I don't play about. Okay, but it is when people be like, oh, it's a man, but it's the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Like, you not gonna keep doing it. So then she on the phone, and so then she come by again, and she do it again. So finally, when she came by the third time, I was like, sis, can you turn that way, please? Or can you walk over there? Why are you so close to us? You got so much room over there. I'm sorry. No, you ain't. No, you ain't.
Right.
No, you ain't. You knew exactly what you were doing. You know what I'm saying? But see, when we start calling women, when we start making us, you know, holding us accountable for the BS that we do. See, if I wouldn't have said nothing, she would have kept doing it. You know, that little spirit. But see, me, I'm a woman in the spirit. I'm always in this. I say, try the spirit by the spirit and know if it's of God. See, I'm a spiritual person. So I'm always, if I feel you trying me in the spirit, I'm going to call it to your attention and I'm going to let you know. Why are you trying me? Don't try me. Don't play with me. I'm not her. I'm not who you think I am. Now humble yourself and move forward.
Right.
So we have to learn how to see people out of our spiritual eyes because see, the first few times I'm like, am I tripping? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And then I'm like, I asked my husband, I was like, you didn't see her keep coming here? Like, you big heifer, I can smell you. That's how close you were.
That's what I
know.
Like, why is you trying to throw your scent in that man's face?
Why? But that's the type of spirits that are in the atmosphere, y'all. We have to think that's the type of spirit that's we're in the atmosphere. We got women that is just throwing coochie around, just throwing coochie, just throwing it. Anybody can get some. Anybody can get some.
It's a perilous time that we live in, but I be thinking about all kinds of stuff. I be thinking about that too. I be thinking about like programming, like people are so easily programmed, just like these computers are programmed, and by vision, what we see on this internet, what we see on these social media apps, and they're called social media apps, but there's nothing social about them. They're very isolating, especially if you get caught up. Like, you know how we say people do anything for clout, and how we see these people going live all the time, or they're always posting on social media. Those people are actually quite isolated and lonely. They don't get out and actually interact with people physically in their presence. It's always done over this internet. They really live in the matrix.
Yes, they do. They do. And then you got people here, and I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Like I tell y'all anyway, I did not start coming on YouTube to get rich. I didn't even come on YouTube. I haven't been monetized since I've been on YouTube. Okay. I didn't even come on here for that. I came on here because I like to talk. And, you know, I have these sessions all the time with women, with young women. You know what I'm saying? I was a bartender, so I would have speak sessions all the time. And one day somebody was like, why don't you do YouTube? And I was like, girl, no, ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I'm saying? And they was like, still, like, you don't, you know. And then I met, like, for 2 years, I was in the bushes of somebody else's channel, just hanging around, just talking. We would be on their Discord late night. You know what I'm saying? And it helped me. It was therapy for me because I had just lost my dad. You know what I'm saying? And then I lost my dad that raised me in January, then turned around and lost my biological father in December, then turned around and lost my nephew in June. You know what I'm saying? So in my mind, it was just like I needed to sometimes you can have so much knowledge that you'll drive yourself crazy. And for me, because I read so much, sometimes I was starting to get like entrapped into it. You know what I'm saying? So I needed an outlet. I needed somewhere when I'm overstimulated that I could release. You know what I'm saying? So that was what made me really want to start. You know what I'm saying? And like I tell people, the first story that my first post I ever really did, I was talking about Alexis Garth, you know what I'm saying, in a domestic violence situation where she was unalived by her child's father. And for me, being a mother of 5 girls, that hit home to me because at the time, you know what I'm saying, I had a daughter that was, you know, in a bad situation with her kid's father. So when it was coming from, okay, now I need somebody to listen to me. Maybe if I get it out here, somebody else might get, okay, dang, that makes sense. And eventually it'll get back home, if that makes sense to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I was going. And so in the process of that, Krishan came into the picture with all her drama with Blueface, because I had been following her for some years. And I was just like, wow, okay, this is a prime example of, this is a young girl who, yeah, I do really love her. I do think she's a cool girl, but articulating a sentence and a complete thought can be very challenging for her at times.
You ain't lied.
No, I mean, with all due respect, you know what I'm saying? And so how can you honestly feel like falling in line and not saying that, okay, let's listen to what she's saying. Now let's help, you know, like my daughters now, they be like, girl, I never do what Krishana do. Yeah, because all of them is older than her. But I do have a 13-year-old. You know what I'm saying? And when people say, oh, you know, we got my 13-year-old, she be like, nah, she a mess. You know what I'm saying? Or nah, Blueface is crazy. Like she because I taught her to know. You know what I'm saying? And I use Krishan as a teachable moment for her. I use Krishan as a teachable moment for a few young girls that I talk to on a regular basis. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it could be a teachable moment, but for some people, it's like worship.
Yeah, because some people, and then for the people who, like, if people don't actually talk to you, they would really think that you really are one of those Krishanimals that Krishan can do no wrong, right? And I think those people feel like by you talking about her that you are amplifying her and getting more people to like her, type of thing. And they don't really get that it's a teaching thing. It's a teaching tool.
And that's because mentally, I'm sorry. Mentally, I'm gonna tell you, and this is true and honest, and I'm not trying to talk about nobody, but a lot of us, especially women, especially Black women, you either on the bus or you off the bus.
Mm-hmm.
You're either on board or you off board. You know what I'm saying? You can't stand in the doorway and ask no questions. You got to either get on the bus or get off the bus. I don't get on nobody bus. Do you understand what I'm saying, baby? I drive.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why with a lot of people, they think that, you know, because I've had people like come, you know, being voodoos and they be over there at the dollhouse and they be coming for your girl. And I just be like, I used to get so upset and, you know, but it's like, because I'm like, they don't get it.
Right.
They don't get it. They're so, the only thing that they really like,
they overly emotional.
Yes, they like the emotional. They like to hear you talk. I mean, personally, all I can say is she's a 23-year-old kid who cannot, if you really listen to her, listen to what she says.
She's not stupid, but she doesn't think everything through. She thinks a lot.
I've never thought that. No, she's not stupid by far.
No.
But I'm gonna tell you this. She's a lot more street smart than what people give her credit for.
Exactly. She
has a lot of street smart. She has a lot of hustle. She has a lot of she retains what retains what applies, what motivates her to keep going to what her vision.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't retain what motivates her to successfully complete anything.
Right.
You know, so that's why I'm saying, like, people, and a lot of people stopped following me because they felt like I'm not on the Krishan train. You know what I'm saying? Some people think I'm on the Krishan train. Some people think I'm not on the Krishan. Girl, really and truly, I give two rats ass. I just really, honestly, just be reporting to it because I upload videos on my page so I can stay in the goddamn algorithm. To be honest. I really don't, because to me, it's a teachable moment. To me, like I like to use it as reference. So when we're having these conversations, I can go back and be like, oh yeah, I got the video when blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Because I got tired of going on other people's pages, getting, trying to use, use their information as teachable moments, and they be feeling some kind of way.
Right.
So I started getting my own content so that when I have to refer to it, I have my own content. Okay.
She just needs to figure out what the real big picture is.
Because honestly, I really prefer to talk about Carlissa versus Krishan. And I'm going to tell you why. Because she the mama. No, honestly. And that's who my beef is with. She 52, 51. Right. She was born in 1972. I was born in 74. Mm-hmm. That's who. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, yep. That's why you see, I gotta see, and remember, I used to report a lot on her sister China.
Yep, I ain't seen nothing from her lately. She
still be going live and stuff, but it's like I said, I'm standing on what I have always said. You know what I'm saying? It's all a scheme.
Set up by Todd.
Set up by Todd to come to us with the bullshit. I'm like, hey, Bertha, it's all been a scheme. You know what I'm saying? So, once I see, that's what I'm saying. I had so much research that once I uncovered it, one day I was sitting and I was like, dang, 2 and 2 plus 2. Okay, plus 2. Okay, okay, that's 10 right there. Okay, all right. So then once that came, I was like, oh, we getting played. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Carlissa is definitely the problem. She is definitely the problem. She is not the solution because she don't want to be the solution.
So that's why I wanted to show y'all this. Let me see if it'll play for me now. Because I just need to show y'all her.
That's why I keep getting beat up. Every time you turn around, Carlissa getting beat up.
Carlissa's a piece of work, y'all. Carlissa. But I just want to tell you how.
Ohio. We'll be like, where you from? Nowhere near Carlissa.
Girl, hold on. Let me see if it'll play. Hold on. Let me see if I refresh it. And like I told you, I support people. I subscribe to stuff. I pay my monies.
I appreciate because YouTube is not something I could ever do. I like being in the background. I'm that type of person.
Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to show you how this woman chose fame over everything. How she sold her soul. She done sold her soul. Hold on. She over. She done. It ain't no coming back from this. But she is she done went too far. She done went left field. Hold on. Now let me play it. It'll play it small. I might have to hold on.
What the hell? I'm going to park.
So her and her husband get into it because, and then I just want y'all to listen to, let me see if I listen to the things she was saying to her husband. And that's why I want y'all to really pay attention to how she has changed. Like, this is all she wanted, and at what cost. And then the daddy, I don't think he no better. The granddaddy, Blueface granddaddy.
I'm going to park. I brought up the.
Why that look like Fat Joe?
Girl, that's her husband. That's Mr. Steinfeld. Hold on. Let me see if I can put. It don't want to play for me. Hold on 1 second. It might be this internet.
Like you said, I pulled over, like y'all said. She never came.
Hold on. Let me see if I fast it up a little bit, if it'll work.
You was in the parking lot cussing in front of all them people. You what?
Yeah, dang it. Come on, y'all. Don't do this to me.
He about to do the lean back.
Wait a minute, child. It give me a hey. I was like, oh shit.
You was in the parking lot cussing in front of all them people.
Dang, y'all. It don't want to play for me. Hold on. Let me see if let me take it off of here and see if I can get it to I think it's my internet. I switched my office. I'm in my second office and I got to get a new router because the internet over here is on the opposite side. My first office is on the main side of the house, but this office is on the opposite side. Hold on. So let me see if I can get it to play. Because I just want y'all to see Miss Carlissa been showing her ass, and she didn't go.
I didn't say one word in that part.
Now anybody know been watching me and y'all done see me talk about the Mom and Them show. Y'all know I wasn't a big Brie fan. I just don't. It's something about Brie. I just wasn't a big Brie fan at all. But
wait, who's Brie?
Brie's her assistant right here with the dreads. Okay. Just because I'm just like, but I don't still know if I'm sold on Brie because Brie don't look like she was doing a lot of Brie just be in the way because I feel like this argument between her and her husband. So her and her husband got into an argument because I guess they were told to go downstairs and get the makeup bag and the kids' clothes and all this stuff. And the husband must have pulled off and left them holding the stuff. And Carlissa was mad about it. But this is my thing. Brie is your damn assistant. Why the hell is you screaming and hollering at your husband while your assistant's standing there with some Pringles in her with some Pringles in her hand and you know what I'm saying? And why is your assistant mad that she gotta hold the bags? She the goddamn assistant. Ain't she supposed to assist you? So my thing is, why is you and your husband in this full-fledged? I mean, y'all, when I say it's bad.
How do Lisa got money to pay an assistant? She can't be paying her a living wage.
Girl, let her tell it now, honey. That's what I'm saying. I hope it play. I hope it play. I don't know why. Let me see if I go out and come back in. Hold on. Because the girl, when I say, oh Lord, I was like, oh Carlissa, you need to stop. Mr. Sheffield need to leave you all the way alone. Like, baby, my husband, how Mrs. Starfield got down, me and my husband probably would have said some of the half of the shit that Mrs. Starfield said too, because it's like, first of all, you wasn't nobody. Now all of a sudden you know, and you really internet famous for showing your ass and acting a fool. Like, you're internet famous for showing your ass acting a fool.
In front of all them.
Dang, I don't even why. Hold on, y'all. I don't know why it's not working. But I'm probably gonna post a video about it, y'all. I'm probably gonna post a little video about it, playing a little clip from it, seeing if I can get it to play. Cause yeah, she clowned her husband and Mr. South.
You was. No, I was not.
I don't know why it's not playing for me. I watch captions, y'all, because I like to read. So
I didn't say one. I didn't say one word in that parking lot.
Is this what she was talking about on her after her Jason Lee interview when they was
no, this just happened at the Wild right before the Wild and Out thing. Right before the Bad versus Wild. This is them getting ready. This happened right before they was going to the Bad versus Wild thing. Her and Mr. Southfield got into it. Her and her husband. Hold on, let me see if I don't know why they playing. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna post a snippet of it on because I can't get it to play for y'all. So I'm gonna post a snippet on it and we'll
I didn't say one. I didn't say one word in that part.
So we'll talk about it because I can't get it to play. But yeah, she clowned her husband. When I say, whoo, baby, I don't never condone no type of nothing, but if he would have, if he would have, he should have, he could have, he would have been well within his right. Because when I say the disrespect,
post something on that, upload something on that, because
you know what,
I don't be watching none of that stuff. The only updates
I'm gonna go right now. You know what I'm gonna do when we get off of here? I'm gonna go to Discord and I'll play it in the Discord. You in my Discord?
Yes, ma'am. Put a list.
Okay, I'm gonna play it in the Discord because I know it'll come up in the Discord. It probably won't come up because it's on YouTube, but it'll come up in the Discord because sometimes when you try to pay Patreon on YouTube, because the Patreon is a paid site, it don't want to it be acting shady. But I'm gonna play it for you in because I want y'all to see it. So I'm gonna go play it for you in the Discord.
Okay, post a list of those books too. So
I will post some books, a list of books. Like I said, y'all, if y'all want to, we can break it down. When I say we can break it down, because when I say I was just, and the lady was like, asked me and my husband, like, y'all not Christians? And we was like, no, we're not. We don't, do organized religion. And she was like, so y'all don't believe in God? I say, why? When you tell people you don't do organized religion, is the fact that you don't believe in God. No, right. I don't do organized religion because I know I know. Right. I know what I know. And I don't want to disrespect nobody beliefs or nothing like that.
I don't believe in Christianity simply for the fact that there is way too many different iterations of it. There's Baptist and Apostolic.
Oh, baby, it's like
Catholic.
Now, when I was in school, about almost when I was in theology school, close to 20 years ago, close to it. I want to say about 15 years ago, 16 years ago, it was 238.
See, that is ridiculous. And I especially
denominations
don't do no Catholicism, because that's the worst one out of all of them, and they all equally bad.
Exactly. Hold on, I'm about to drop the link to my Discord in 1 second. Give me one. Y'all know I got my daughter. I don't know where she at.
Call them church gangs.
Mm-hmm.
What set you right?
And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? And when you know stuff, and you just, now it's like people used to could tell me anything, but I ain't gonna say anything. I've always been a researcher. I've always been a reader. I've always been adamant about, reading and getting knowledge and stuff like that. So for me, if you tell me something like I told you, like I love Daw, I love her, but I was like, but let me go research this. Okay, what did she say? Okay, where did she get that from? Okay, let me break this down. Let me go. Then I have to break it up on. See, I have to study up on concept upon concept, precept upon precept. I gotta dot all my I's and cross all my T's. You know what I'm saying? So.
Exactly, because the more you research, it just leads you to have to research something else. Okay, so I got here now, but wait, where did this come from? Now, where did and you got to go all the way back to the beginning to understand the ending. Because for me, this is just for me. If 1 + 1 is equaling 5, that don't make sense.
Exactly. You said Chris Brown is the one who introduced them to me because he wanted to know why he hasn't been forgiven for praising them for fighting. I'm just gonna say, like, even this stuff, most people haven't even seen Crazy in Love. She was searching to fill a void inside. Exactly. Especially the second season. If you watch that second season, even the first season, from the first to the second season, if you watch her on Now That's TV, before she even went over there and was fooling around over there on Baddies, if it's like a lot of, even if you watch her on Blue Girls Club, the child was always searching. You know what I'm saying? Why do you think? Look, now people might get mad at me. Let me get back up here. People might get mad at me for saying this, but I'm going to say it. Yeah, whatever. Okay? When a woman, I feel, that's just me. This is just me. Start calling their man daddy. I call my husband babe, sweetheart, my love, hubby, like he got pet names, but daddy.
If I call my man daddy, it's a joke. It's like, hey daddy, or like that. Like,
something like that. But daddy in the sense of, what do you
as
need,
his
daddy?
name?
Yes, daddy. When it it's a different, and then the type of control that man has over that woman, that's different. That's just different. I don't know. It's different for me, y'all. It's different for me. It is different for me.
But yeah, girl, post a list of books so that I can grab them and read them, honey.
Yes, we can. Like, we really did. And like I said, we can deep dive into it. We can deep dive into why we do. It's so much. It's so much.
You said, wait a minute, let me get me up here when I say this. I don't care who.
Yeah, it's so, because it's y'all, we can deep dive into so many dang on. Because when I say if we go where no man has gone before. I
think it's important though, because I think the more people understand, the more you know, the better grounded and centered you are, the less likely you are to be picked off with the BS.
Exactly. Y'all gotta think. We got Tokyo Tony, we got Carlissa, we got Mama D. Them, and we got whatchamajigga mama from
Jim Jones mama.
Well, Mama Jones ain't really did nothing in a while. And Mama Jones, I'm gonna tell you something, like Mama Jones wasn't because because Chrissy and Jim is full of that's. Let me show. That's a whole nother subject. Chrissy and Jim is a whole nother. I used to watch that. I watched that show, and Chrissy and Jim. That girl don't want to get that man no baby, so that man don't want that girl.
Which is crazy because don't he already have a whole slew of children?
I don't think Jim Jones has a whole bunch of kids. I think he got 2. Let me look it up.
How many constitutes a slew?
Girl, but I don't even know if he.
What is the numerical value of a slew?
I'm gonna say more than 2. No, but I don't think he has no kids.
I know he has at least one. I seen him because they said that this one son that he has looks like Cameron. And
but you know that had
Cameron's
remember that was alleged. That was allegedly because on Dave, like I don't. Let me make sure. I don't think Ginger, because I think that's the thing that remember that was one of the things that the mama, she was like one of her biggest things with Chrissy.
Right.
Because she was like she wanted him to have a baby. I don't think he has no kids.
I know he has at least one, and it's the one that looks like Cameron because there was a lot of people saying, "Oh, are you sure that your girl didn't sleep with Cameron and that's your son?" And da, 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 da. So I know there's at least one. I do remember that.
I'm gonna have to look into that. Because I've never known him to have any babies.
Mm-hmm.
I know they had that alleged. They had one that was supposed to be that was alleged. You know what I'm saying? But I never remember it coming out that was his baby. I don't know. Let me look it up, child. You know I don't think he has now.
Search Jim Jones' son look like Cameron. See what you find.
Okay, hold on. Oh, Nick at Night, huh? Nick at Night.
What you find?
Because she be okay. He has Pootie. Okay, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he do have Pootie, but we never seen them. That's why that's why I'm like.
So maybe they didn't have kids because he can't have kids. Because if this kid is not his and he's only got one kid, and everybody say this kid look like Cameron, maybe he really can't have kids, and it was never Chrissy.
They said it was her. Remember, they used to say it was her.
That's what they said.
Yeah. So they used to say it was her. Oh yeah, I forgot about Pootie. But that was the thing, like, that's why I probably forgot about Pootie. Shoot.
Because he ain't his. Girl.
Because I don't think, like, did they ever confirm? Yeah, so I think that's his only child. Then, if that's, yeah, I think that's his only child. That's
But
a mess.
do you believe that Jim Jones wasn't going around town slanging himself all over everywhere to be able to have more than one kid?
I believe really, oh, she said, yeah, he got that one son. He's the third. I believe that he did really, I don't know. Chrissy and Jim Jones, their relationship has always been weird to me. Like, she's always seemed more of like she was trying to be his mom versus his woman. Like, because isn't she older than him?
I don't know, girl.
I think she is. Let me look it up. I think she is older than him. I feel like she was older than him because I feel like that was one of Mama's issues too. Mama had a whole bunch of issues with her, but one of them I think is
when I used to watch that show, I used to like Chrissy and not like Chrissy all at the same time.
I know. Because she can make you not like her. She's older. See, I knew she was older than him because remember, Mama Jones. Y'all make me want to go back and watch it. Because Mama Jones was a piece. Because you remember it used to be Mama Jones and Mama D. Mm-hmm. Them was like the main two mamas. New York Mama.
She said,
what was New York mama name? Mother Patterson. Was it
Mother? Yeah. That lady was off the chain.
Mother Patterson. And then now if y'all want to be honest now, Flavor Flav mom was really the first mother of reality TV. Her and New York mom.
Was it No Mamas on the Real World, right? Because that was the first reality show I remember, was The Real World with Tammy, the first ones that came out.
I think, didn't Flavor Flav come out before The Real World?
No, ma'am. The Real World was in the early 90s, I want to say. And Flav came out in like the 2000s.
Yeah, his came out. It had to be his came out in 2006. But I didn't think The Real World was like. I didn't think that was like reality TV. It was reality TV, but it wasn't like dating. It wasn't like.
It wasn't no kind of dating show.
Yeah, it was just kind of like 17 and Pregnant or whatever it was. Like they were all like. They were reality shows, but I don't know.
That was before all the scripting.
Yeah, all the scripting. You know what I'm saying? So, but even with that, sure. I liked it. What was it? Monique Charm School. I watched all that stuff. Like I've always been a reality TV person. I've always watched it. That's why I've known and seen over the years how much it has changed. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the same. But let me see, y'all. They were doing a lot. And that's all. If you look at it, like, my thing is this. Honestly, they'll do anything for clout. Because who honestly, and I'm about to get off of here, will really want to go on a dating show today, Flavor Flav? That's just real. That's
what I think. That's why we watched it so much. I think that's why we watch it. Like,
and that's probably why we can't take Shay seriously. That's probably why we can't take New York seriously. That's probably why we can. It's like, you know how we couldn't take Bambi seriously. We can't take. Do you understand what I'm saying? You got to think a lot of all these people, they came off the show with Flavor Flav. Like, how are we honestly supposed to take you seriously when you actually was on a dating show? What's her name? Delicious.
Mm-hmm.
You obviously was on a dating show trying to win
Flavor
Flav.
All right, girl. I'm gonna get on out of here. Just post
okay, I'm
that
about to go over to the Discord so I can get that piece playing real quick, y'all. I'm about to go over to the Discord. Please, please, please like, comment, subscribe. Like I said, we gonna just, go live. We gonna talk about it. You know what I'm saying? We might not always talk celebrity gossip. We just gonna talk real life. I'm what my grandmother say, I'm gonna learn you something.
And I'm gonna stop letting the thoughts in my head spill out all.
Girl, look, that's how you got to do it sometimes. Sometimes you just got to let it flow, because then sometimes you might say something that might help the next person. You know what I'm saying? And motivate the next person to just learn more about a certain situation. Like, it was so long ago that I dived into like the Divine Nine and all that. It's been years since my daughter was in college. You know what I'm saying? Mm. So for Voodoo to bring that back up, I'm like, dang, let me go pull back my research. Let me go, you know what I'm saying? Okay, let me do so that now I can answer some questions that, I knew, but I was like, dang, is it what I thought it was? You know what I'm saying? So each one teach one. That's how we get better.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I'm going to get on out of here. I'll be looking for
all right, sis. Thank you for coming up and spending time with your girl. Thank you for coming to the Moo Moo Room. I'll see you Thursday.
Yes, ma'am. I'll see you. All right.
Thank you, boo. So yeah, we are about to, let's see what's up. But there was a lot of dating. It was, you know what? We need some good, like old school dating shows again. Y'all remember that one dating show when they be behind, what was it called? They be behind the little partitioners, and it used to come on late night. Like, things have just changed so much. We're not even going to start talking about Tamar. Tamar is she could take up a whole subject on herself, because Tamar, you could tell she the baby of the crew. You could tell she was the baby because she's just something totally different. Have you seen the woman that is telling how evil it is? How evil what dating is? That's because y'all, I don't even know. I ain't gonna say it because I don't even want. Look, I'm trying to get off of probation. But once I get off of probation, I'm gonna break some stuff down to y'all, because y'all gotta realize these people now, they're sitting up here and they are creating all the sororities. Yes. There are people here that they're creating, there's a lavatory, y'all, where all these people that went to these sperm banks and these, I'm going to just throw this out here real quick. Do y'all research. Now, don't take Sister Girl word for it, but do your research. So y'all know the people that went out here and they had all their eggs, they had their eggs and they, extracted so that they can have babies, and then all the men that were needing a few extra dollars, especially back there in the crack era, and back when things got tough, and they were going to these sperm doctors, and they were putting their sperm in the catalog. Okay. And then you got all these women who had these eggs extracted, and then they were putting their eggs in the freezer. and they decide, I don't want to have no more babies. I ain't coming back from these eggs. And they some laboratories have magically, the eggs have magically been destroyed. Something has magically happened to them. But there also is a place where they have these artificial wombs that they are creating all these babies in. And my thing is, what are they doing with them? What are they doing with all these artificial babies? These what we really know to be as test tube babies that they're creating in these artificial wombs that are growing these babies. You got people are paying like thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for these artificial womb babies. And the parents, they can go and they can watch their baby growing in this artificial room from the embryo stage on up. Now, I'm just saying, this is what's going on. I'm a doula. Okay, yes, y'all. I am her. I'm an admin. She got 20 jobs. Yes, I love education. So my mom always say, anything you wanted to do, you do it. And so, but she always said, always get educated in it first. So I always wanted to deliver babies. I wanted to be a midwife, but I didn't want to go to school that long. So I became a doula. So this is stuff that I'm telling you that is really, really happening. Okay. This is really happening. Why do you think they're so quick to tell us to give women hysterectomies? What do you think they're doing with our wounds and the tissues and this? Come on, y'all. There ain't nobody ready for this conversation. Ain't nobody ready for this conversation. Because it gets real. And I know people don't like to have these conversations because this is really what's going on out here. But yes, this is really what's going on out here. Yes, I'm telling you. Yep, that's why they make women are not yeah. They don't need us no more. And if they can turn all these men to change their mindset and believe that they are women, then they can use their sperm and everything else to create this narrative. Because my thing is this. When you're going to become when you're going to have the operation to become the opposite sex, what are they doing with your womb? What are they doing with their? Come on, y'all ain't ready for this conversation. Men produce so much sperm. What are they doing with it? So don't be surprised if you see a baby that might look different from you, that might look like you, and you'll know where it came from. But then you go back later on and find out one of your brothers or something that went to the sperm bank. You know what I'm saying? Or you just had a hysterectomy, and so they took out your womb because they told you that it was cancerous, or they found cancer, or they found something that might been. But then once they got your womb out, there was no cancer in the womb because it was a perfectly good womb. So now they done took this womb and nobody ain't ready for it. They ain't ready for it, man. When I say it's deeper than what we think, y'all, it's deeper than what we think. And there's very few people out here that's gonna, we can be distracted if we want to by this BS of this celebrity BS. And that's, and that's one thing I had to respect Soulja Boy for. Soulja Boy said, dude, you're a young boy. You are saying stupid ass shit. Like, this ain't making sense to me, bro. You is out of control. Like, why you gonna catch a RICO charge? You want me to sit on here and say I'm involved in a gang and I'm all this and I'm all that? Nigga, do you know I could get into some trouble for even having this conversation with you? because people ain't thinking. When I say this world that we living in is wicked, and we have to protect each other and ourselves, you know what I'm saying, at all costs. Yes, I'm Jay said, I'm telling you, it's the y'all pay attention. Pay attention. Y'all, we have AI people. Okay, y'all right. They might not be ready for this either. But we have, we have artificial people living among us every day, blending in, learning how to walk like us, talk like us, live like us, blending in with us. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever just walked by somebody and been like, oh my God, what's up with them? Or they feel soulless? They feel like they don't have a soul or a spirit? Y'all better pay attention. I'm telling you, G Powell. I'm telling you that's the first thing they tell you. You know, that's the first thing they tell. Oh, this and this and this. So then, of course, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with me, when I got ready to have my last, now all my kids, I birthed 6. All of them have been natural. You know what I'm saying? I'm a doula. Baby, I can push a baby out in my sleep, okay? Like, what? I know how to do mine. I don't need y'all for nothing. Nothing at all. Didn't even want to have them at the hospital, to be honest. I wanted to have them at home. You know what I'm saying? But my last, with we thought he was the last one, but with my son Elijah, they told me, well, you know, you really shouldn't, you know, have any more babies. You know, you almost hemorrhaged. You could have bled out, blah, 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 blah. But I mean, I could have bled out, but I went home the next day. Okay, whatever. Make it make sense. So because when they got my paperwork from Elijah, and they had wrote all in there, oh, she, you know, had hemorrhaging, da 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 da. You know, you have to have a cesarean. We da da da. And I kept telling my husband, no, I don't need no cesarean. I can do this. But my husband, see, they get into the man, you know what I'm saying? And my husband, they're like, well, you know, you need to sign this paper. If she chooses not to have this cesarean, you know, you're going to have to sign this paper where you have to choose either her or the baby and this and that. So, of course, his mindset is, what? I got to make a choice? Oh, hell no, babe, you got to have this cesarean. So I ended up having a cesarean against my better judgment. My body ain't never been the same. My body ain't never been the same. So I always tell people, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I avoided cesarean, I had 5 babies before I had a cesarean, all natural. All natural. Birthing them like, you hear me? That's crazy. And then you got to think they putting them epidurals in you, down in your spine. Why do you think I don't know. How many of y'all have had an epidural? And when it gets, you know, when it's about to get cold, or you just be having these sharp pains on your tailbone and your backbone, and or sometimes you might have a little numbness in your hands or a numbness in your arm or something like that. You know, that's them little side effects and that little bit of writing you can barely read. Yeah, that's them side effects. You know what I'm saying? Because now you got this shit down in your system, in your spinal. You know, I ain't never had none of that until after I had my son. And I done birthed all them babies and didn't have none of that pain until after I had that cesarean. Because they got to give you the spinal block. I asked him, is there anything else I can get? Can you numb me up down there and cut me open? Like, why do you have to go in my spine? But that's how it works. And then they tell you while they're doing it, now if you jump, you could become paralyzed. I just had somebody tell me that I told them, I said, you can birth that baby natural, girl. You don't need, I can't, I don't want to feel nothing. I'm tired. This and this and this. They missed the first time. So then they had to go back in or back again. I'm good. Back in 2019, I had lower back surgery. I believe that did something to me. I woke up with bruises all over my neck. Oh, yeah. They'll get you. Man, y'all, look. I'm not going to. Look, I tell this story, and I'm about to get off of here after I tell this story. And I share this, and, whatever. And I know the internet may see it, and I'll be back. And I said what I said. I don't care, whatever. When I took my son, he was 5 months old. He was sick, and I took him into the hospital. And these people treated me, like they kept telling me, "Oh, we got to send you to the children's hospital. We don't operate children. We don't operate. We don't help children here." Da 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 da. But in the process, they kept on asking me about his health insurance. He's 5 months old. He got health insurance. I'm like, he got health insurance. Just see my baby. See my baby. My baby, something ain't going on with him. He not feeling good. He not doing, whatever. Oh, well, we got to prep him so we can send him over to the hospital. Now, I know what I saw. I saw that lady stick my baby, and my baby went into cardiac arrest, and he didn't make it. Okay. I blacked out. I might have did some more said or acted a kind of way. You know what I'm saying? But I knew what they had did. My son had the most beautiful, I'll post a picture of him in the Discord. The most beautiful eyes. The first thing they asked me did I want to do was donate my baby's eyes. You just killed my baby. Because there was a little girl waiting on an eye transplant. So you killed my baby to get this heifer my baby eyes? She won't see out of them. No, I don't. They had to try to talk. They tried to talk to the pastor. They tried to bring the chaplain in. They tried to bring this person in. Nope. And who am I to say that they didn't still take my baby eyes? Do you understand what I'm saying? Because that's the type of people, the type of world we was living in. That's the type of world we live in. So who's to say that they never did, they didn't? But because I felt like they intentionally did it. Nobody wanted to take that case because they're like, oh, you wasn't emotional. You just thought you saw what you saw. I know what I saw. And to this day, I stand on what I saw. And I believe in my heart of hearts that woman killed my baby that day. And that's why I tell people, you don't trust nobody. Not the nurses, not the doctors. No, when my babies, from here on, every baby I had, my husband went. He was right there. Even if I couldn't be there, he was right there. Because to this day, I believe it. I truly believe it, y'all. I truly believe it. And I just wanted to share that with y'all. And I'll post a picture of him in my Discord. But I just wanted to share that with y'all. Because to this day, I believe in this woman. I've watched her throughout the years lose position, lose her. Because I ain't gonna lie. I'm a spiritual woman. And I told my ancestors, I wasn't happy. So, and I've watched this woman throughout the years deteriorate. And when my daddy was in that hospital, and I would go to the hospital, and I mean, I would go to the hospital, and I would be, and then I remember the doctor asked me, and I told him the story. I said, y'all killed my baby at this hospital. Y'all lucky my daddy here with y'all, because y'all killed my baby. And I stand on it. So that's why when you know what you know what you know. I was advised of having any of my bad body removed, not even my tonsils. I held on to my wound for as long as I could. I tried everything to keep it, but I had to let it go. It was killing me, literally. Yeah, I mean, my mom has had to have hysterectomy. She had to have a hysterectomy. And then if you had to think, well, my mom had a hysterectomy. It was back in the early 80s. You know what I'm saying? And so then, it's just now, y'all, you can't trust them. You can't. When I seen they got artificial wombs birthing babies, let me see if when I seen they had artificial wombs for human babies. Let me show you real quick. See, because we don't, you know what? If don't nobody bring stuff like this to people's attention, people never think, you're never going to be like one day to be like, whatever. But because I work in, I'm a doula and I deliver babies and I get, I look into stuff like this. And y'all, it's been going on for a long time. This ain't even new. How many babies are already born like this?
This is the Artificial Womb Facility, a place where humans could be grown entirely from scratch. The devices you see here are called growth pods. Each growth pod is designed to replicate the same conditions that exist inside the mother's uterus. Growth pods are designed to host human fetuses until they are fully developed. These artificial wombs are designed to help premature babies to continue developing after their birth. But emerging scientific research is making it possible to use them to create designer humans entirely from scratch.
So yeah, where do y'all think they're getting them the information? Where do you think you're getting that? Where y'all think they're getting that? Oh, thank you, boo. Yes, they are the worst. Exactly. Where do you think they're getting stuff to produce them artificial? Come on, y'all, pay attention now. Pay attention. That's all I'm saying. I always been funny. Look, let me see. I knew the doctor that delivered my first baby. My second baby, I knew the doctor that delivered them because my mom, she was MA. So I knew she worked in OBGYN. So I knew both of those doctors. And actually, I delivered my second baby by me and his father pretty much. By the time I had him got to the hospital, his head was out. My third, I didn't really know, like, this was the first time that I can honestly say I felt like I didn't get the best care I needed for and that's my son that passed away. And then my fourth child, of course, me and her dad, because I had just lost a child. And then before her, there was a rainbow baby. So, me and her dad was on on them. And then my fifth baby, Elijah, he was the one that I birthed him by myself. And then my sixth one, I had to have a cesarean. So when I say I be paying, and can I get my placenta, please? Thank you. I'm gonna encapsulate it. And even if I didn't put them in capsules, y'all, I buried it. Like, you gotta be wiser than the dog, baby. What they say. You gotta be wise. I'm telling you. Yeah, that's what they say. That's how they do it. It's like my baby, like they say, if you lose a baby before you have another baby, then you call that your rainbow baby. Yeah, that's what they say. So that's what I use, the word rainbow baby. So if you like lose a baby and then you have another baby, that's your rainbow baby. So, but okay, so I'm gonna run into Discord. I want to post that part in Discord so that we can see it, y'all. And so because I want to talk about that. I think Thursday we're gonna talk about we're still gonna be talking about the industry and relationships, toxic relationships, toxic people, and how it is flowing over to where we at and taking ownership as, the elders in the community, you know what I'm saying? And taking ownership, because first of all, nobody's going to be listening to somebody doing the same damn thing they doing. Who's listening to that? I'm not. If you out here and you doing something stupid as hell, why am I gonna listen to you and do the same damn thing you doing? That just don't make sense to me. So we need to learn how to take ownership and stuff like that, and becoming role models, seeing who, do we have any role models in the industry? Do we have somebody that we can honestly say that they're being a role model? Because people will say Oprah's a role model, but Oprah been with Stedman. They ain't never, she been shacking up with Stedman for years, and she controlled the whole situation. And they said, I didn't say it, word on the curb, allegedly, word on the curb. It's just a whole beard and a whole mask for what really wants to go on. And then we need to really talk about what spirit is hovering in this industry right now. We have all this sex slave and just pornography and all this other stuff. Everybody got an OnlyFans page. Everybody who wants to see everybody sexing everybody in the industry? I don't personally. I also want to talk about good books. We're going to talk about good books. And y'all, if y'all want to watch documentaries, I am really good. I love good documentary. I watch a lot of documentaries too, because I like to watch documentaries, because then I like to get the books and I like to research that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like to do, y'all. So, we'll be talking about that. We will be talking about, we really need to talk about motherless and fatherless children. We really need to be trying to, hit that subject. So, like I said, going into the new year, we're going to be talking about a lot. I do still like celebrity gossip, but I know for sure, Soul of a Sister, I think I'm going to make more of my, if you want to get like good literature to read, good documentaries to watch, I think we might unload a lot of literature, documentaries, and stuff on that page. I think that might be where we're going with it, because I also will be doing a piece about women dealing with and men incarcerated in prison, jail, incarcerated in their mind, mental states, all that, being able to, the art of war, baby. We in war, so we need to know the art of war. So that's what the new year is gonna be looking like. That's like I said, we will be doing some Muumuus and Mimosas live on the couch. So be looking, it'll be coming. We got a few collaborations already coming up for the new year. We also Sips with Sister Girl. We're gonna be doing liquor branding and talking about different Black liquor brands, and we're gonna be doing cocktails on primarily on Sips with Sister Girl. So that page is primarily gonna be cocktail focused, talking, going out, reviewing different Black owned businesses, patronizing that, stuff like that. So, Muumuus and Mimosas, we still gonna be doing our little celebrity gossip, that type of stuff, talking about real shit, y'all, but celebrity shit and how it's affecting us in real time. Sips and Sister Girl is gonna be more geared towards our liquor brands, patronizing Black owned businesses, giving our reviews on that, and we're gonna be still doing a little a little talk, a little stuff on there. We will be live on all the pages. And then Souls of a Sister, we gonna get deep there, y'all. That's gonna be our little private deep where you just, where it's gonna we're gonna learn something. We're gonna learn, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do books. We're gonna do books review. We might do like a book a month. You know what I'm saying? I might put a book up there and then we're gonna break the book down. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's coming down the pipeline for 2024 with your girl, Sister Girl. Like I said, head over to the Discord. So I'm about to play this thing for play this video, and that's what we know. With the real, we have never been any role models. The ones we thought we had turned out to be demons too. Facts. But that's why us normal common folk, you know what I'm saying? Us common folks, we need to, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm trying to create what is going to catapult the next generation into success. You know what I'm saying? We can't worry about who's not doing it. If we just get a few of us, they said just a few of us together, and we can catapult the next generation into something, and learn them something, teach them something, you know what I'm saying? And understand, because you got to realize us, what they call us, the Gen X, we the coldest generation. You know what I'm saying? Like we done came from the baby boomer. We learned the internet. We perfected it. We did this. We did that. We did it. If it wasn't for us, this, we did this. We did this. You know what I'm saying? So now, what they say, it's our world. We got to get it. Instead, it's our world. We're just a squirrel trying to get a nut. That's the mindset of this generation. Instead of it being let's go, let's build for the future. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be talking live in trust. We're gonna be talking trust. I got a person that we work with in our family to build our family wealth and family trust, that we could come forth and stuff. Y'all, we got some good things coming. You know what I'm saying? If you want to look into wealth and helping your family, and not from no schemers, not from no, you know what I'm saying, from people that's out here not even knowing really what they doing. They just doing something. No, these is real. See, let me tell you something. My mama always say your vibration, real vibration. See, only real can recognize real, and only a good vibration can pick up on a good vibration. See, I'm not into a low vibrational setting, so I'm okay when it's only 5, 6, 10. You know what I'm saying? Even 2 people watching me, because I know the vibration is good. And that's what's important to me, because see, sometimes you only need a small group of people to go to that next level. And everybody can go with you, okay? But let's all stick together and we're going to get there. When we say 2025, when we go into 2025, y'all, it's going to be something like nobody has seen before, because it's going to be greatness is the, you know what I'm saying? So it's your girl, sister girl. Y'all know how I feel about it. Y'all know. We delight in the beauty of the butterfly, but rarely admit the change it has to gone through to achieve the beauty. From the sister girl, from our sister girl, Maya Angelou, y'all just know, we got to go through to get to. It's your girl, sister girl. Catch me. Come on over to the Discord, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.
You know I'm perfect, so go ahead and drink up. I'm so glad we got to link up. Taking that off me. 'Cause I got the plug, I made the cup clean.